Go live. Hit the live button. It says we're going live, but I think it lies. I think we're already... Oh, we're live. Live from my basement. It's Thursday night. We got a full crowd tonight. Welcome to my basement. Dave's Imaginations presents Dark Queen Ascension, The Fallen. Welcome to my basement. Here we got our holiday themed. How about this new logo, huh, guys? I changed. It's not a solid gray. It kind of has a steel effect. And then I decorated it with the holiday theme.
Is that Leonard?
It's Leonard as a wizard.
Oh no, the dwarf. The dwarf.
Oh, the dwarf. Oh, yeah, the dwarf.
He was a Santa.
Leonard, do you have red pajamas? I'm thinking we need to get you red pajamas. That might be your Christmas present.
Do you own your own Santa suit?
You should do the opposite. You should come in green. Just wear green.
Yes, and then maybe put on these thick-heeled boots.
He has a Santa suit. If
He does.
Who's jumping ahead of me?
Sorry.
All right,
I'm just getting queued up. You're not the only one queuing stuff up.
The next thing is we have our... Oh, there's me and Noel, but let's do the corner camera. There's the table. There's a table as Leonard leans way back. Leonard leans... Oh, I'm going to have to put up the Leonard camera again if he starts doing that. And let's go ahead and play our intro. Exactly. Yeah, so we're just talking about I need to put, and we'll go to the Google screen, not the Google game screen, game layout bar. Yeah, we're talking about on that intro song, which I really enjoy. I thought it came out perfect. Yes, it's Western-ish, but I like that about it. But I think it'd be really cool if I put sleigh bells behind there for kind of a holiday theme to it. That'd be pretty fantastic. I might have to figure that out. Depends how busy at work I am next week, right? So if that's the game layout, let's jump over to Foundry. Last week we had left Waterdeep en route, beginning our expedition to the Misty Forest in search of Chuth, the green dragon Chuth, and his rider Neronvain. Veronica said her goodbyes, and we said hello to Wandering Barkworm, our wizard. What's the Furbolg wizard? Furbolg, who is our guide to the Misty Forest. However, the Misty Forest has gone over so much transformation that you wouldn't know the ins and outs within. You would have a general idea of where all the elf settlements might be, but within there, you don't know everything. You just have a general idea. Who guided us to Altend. On the way to Altend, you might remember we stopped at Daggerford as we had a little bit of a decision to make. How we were going to get from Daggerford to... Well, no, we had intelligence that Jolkun had fallen and was under full embrace of the enemy forces. And we decided to avoid that. We avoided that by boarding our horses in Daggerford and getting in Ruckus's lamp and having Grolgark, the gold, fly us there in the cover of night. And so now I think it took a day to get there, or I say a day, a whole night to get there. And there was a little bit of confusion when we talked about nights and days. We spent a lot of time debating how we were going to do that. But in that time, Strider had a chance to do some foraging for resources, herbs, and since last week, he and I got together, and he has he has spent time in his travels. He had enough time to gather the herbs, and he was able to do a couple potions. What do you have those?
Yes. So 2 potions with the time that was allotted. One is a healing potion. With consumption gives you 44 plus 4 hit points back. And then the other potion I thought could be handy. After you drink it for up to 1 hour, you can hold your breath indefinitely. So if we get into water trouble, and it also gives you resistance to cold, that same potion. So you can hold your breath a really long time and withstand the cold. So I thought that could be handy given our water. We still have some water escapades to deal with. So I've got that. And then I also opted to keep 4 ingredients in their raw state. So if we consume them in their raw state, they vary from prevention of disease or infection if applied immediately, advantage on a medicine check to stabilize, auto success on a wisdom check, and ending any and all persisting magical effects in that moment on whoever's eating it. So, and then I still have enough to do some others, but we have, because of the time to do the prep and the whatever, then we said I only had enough time to do 2. So I have those 2. I've got a table in the sheet if anyone wants to look at it.
I got the sheet up here for those that care.
Yeah.
So Ken, I don't know if you're looking at
I can see it.
All right. So that's kind of what he's done, and
the 2 that are bolded are the ones that I was actually able to make. So the Surefire Rose and the Mountain Flower are the 2 that I was successfully able to make and have on my person.
Yeah.
And the other ingredients.
So we did that between sessions, and we talked that we were going to do that off session.
Yes.
And so that has happened. When you got to the northernmost point of the Misty Forest, you made your way into the forest, and one of the first things you stumbled upon were these ransacked elf houses. And you ran into what we called the Wretched, that are called the Wretched, and I think I even have these guys, these bad boys, show players, and those bad boys were munching on some dead elves and gutting them, and then through a medicine check you saw that. The people didn't die from that, though. They died from poisoning, and where they were being gutted, there was actually some odd growths along the sores, the wounds, yeah. But from there, we then went and we did ultimately find. Oh, the other thing about these was they were easy. All right, these were pretty quick and
Not
easy.
the challenge we were told.
Not the challenge you were expecting, because at Daggerford, there had got picked up rumors of these monstrosities that are new to the Misty Forest. And they were talking about how terrifying they were, and although these are creepy as hell, they weren't that hard to kill. And then you made your way to Alton, which was your goal, and you had talked to the leadership there, and they had pretty much told you that there was a battle, they were killing them, they were being killed. And at some point during the battle, they just quit and left. Just all at once ended. Which was odd, since every other village that was attacked was completely ransacked. More like the 2 houses that you had seen. And even with your insight checks, you knew there was more to the story but you couldn't get it out of them. And so you spent the night there. You healed some of their wounded. There was a little bit of a encounter during the watch where the main dude went out into the woods for a half hour and then came back. He just said, "Hey, I heard a noise. I want to investigate." That's all he said. Again, you weren't quite sure you believed them, but with all of our insight checks we really couldn't get more out of them. From there, you had your long rest at that point, and you made your way. What you did learn is when they left, they went south and west, and so you started down the path south and west. Now, this image shows you right outside there. You had walked for an hour or two into the woods, but not long after you left Alton, you came across a woman asking for help that had a tree fallen on her, right? And you went to help her, and it turned out she was a druid, druid. And you pulled the tree off her, and the tree actually became an awakened tree, and she gave you this boon, this gift of a wreath, right? You all got laid. And it was supposed to help you block Neronvain and Chuth's vision of you, because that's something else that happened while you were in Alton. You tried to scry on the mask. You didn't try to try to unscry on something, not necessarily them, but they were able. When you did, the eyes of the dragon intercepted you or noticed the intrusion and broke off the scrying. and so this druid said, yes, the dragon and Neronvain, the dragon in particular, he can see through the eyes of all the woodland creatures, and that with these wreaths you would be protected from his ability to see you and dragon fear. We all have those, everyone except for Christiana. I don't think we asked for one for her, so we'll have to be mindful of that. And then finally, the final thing she gave you was, she said, stay, and she parted the vegetation and revealed this staircase that went down but never seemed to go down. A path, if you would. And it says, if you stay on this path, you'll have some amount of protection from the forces of Chuth and Neronvain. And so your journey continued down the path, and at some point I asked for a stealth check, and I think everyone did fine except for Minnie, who kind of fell behind and said, "Oh, wait for me," and which was just enough for some of these monstrosities to glean your existence within the forest. One attacked, followed by two more, and so you put away the one, but two more attacked. You went through a round or two of battle before they grappled and dragged Strider off into the forest. And that is, and heavily obscured, right? You can only see 10 feet. And not to mention the vegetation along the path is pretty dense. So dense that the dragon can maybe jump up in the air, but you can't really fly away. You could push through the vegetation and burst out of the trees if you so chose, but then your ability to find exactly where you came from with the mist and the fog that is covered would be very difficult for you to find the actual path where your friends are again. So that is kind of the battle we had, and that is where we begin. Strider has been carted off. He has taken considerable amount of damage. Strider has. One of the Sarstone had taken quite a bit of damage, but the other not so much, at least per my notes. And who knows what else is in the woods. So he's been pulled out of sight into the vegetation, and we begin with Ruckus.
Okay, so I saw him get dragged off.
Yep.
Right, and the other one disengaged from me and took off in that direction.
Yep. Well, into the as far as you know.
So if I was assuming they were going in a straight line, I could ballpark where they are.
Where you think they would be, yes.
Okay. So either I could blindly charge in there and hope I find them,
Yep.
or try to cast something that I hope will slow them down, and hope I hit it in the
Something
right.
that doesn't rely on sight.
Yeah. So I've got a spell that is a point I choose within range, which is 60 feet.
Okay.
So if I assume they're going that way, and they
Yeah, does it require visibility? The
no, it's just an area.
All right.
I'm going to pick a
Yep.
spot.
Yep.
So I just have to ballpark where I think they are. If
Yep.
anything, I'd want to go a little
beyond.
over so they'd run into it.
Yep.
Potentially. So, but I'm assuming they're going in roughly a straight line of where I saw them go.
All right.
So I'm going to cast Darkness, which is a 15-foot radius sphere of the point I choose. It's dark and nothing, not even dark vision, can see through it.
So I'd say 15 feet radius. Mm-hmm. You'd probably go out 15 feet from you in the direction that they were headed and draw a circle-ish from there.
Yeah, and again, if anything, I want to overshoot the way they
And
were
maybe
going. Yeah.
like that.
So my hope is it'll be dark and they'll run into trees. It'll slow them down.
Sure.
Because I don't have any spell that's going to magically...
Some of those chairs were a little wonky.
The legs are actually broken.
It's cracked.
Yeah.
And this one's starting to crack.
Yeah, so with these chairs, we've been very good. They've served their purpose. I like them. But if you can't just scoochie back,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Or a lean. back.
Oh, well, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's
That's,
I think I did lean in one of them and gave it a pretty good pop, so that might be partially my doing.
Well, I remember it happening to me as well, so I'm glad it didn't collapse underneath you. And
I just
you-
felt it start to slide back. I'm like, what's going on? This isn't a recliner.
So we start with Ruckus, and you cast Darkness
So
out in front. So the wall of fog that was behind you took an extra shade of darkness for those that are there. Strider, the movement, bonus actions.
no, I don't think so.
I'm going to just
But it's complete, like,
yeah.
nothing, no light, no
Unle-
dark vision,
well,
no
unless
nothing.
they have the special sight where dark sight, right? That there's a version of sight that you can see through it, but
So creature with dark vision can't see, and non-magical light can't illuminate it.
right. So and I drew this circle basically represents where it was. Another enhancement I made since last week, and as I pull the fog away, just so you can see a little better, is I've added the path to the map.
Okay.
So we know exactly where you can stand and where you cannot stand.
Greystones.
Okay.
All right. Yes, it's greystones. It's supposed to be stairs, but
No, I
it
get it.
is greystones.
So I hopefully that'll slow them down.
Sure.
I can drop it if you want me to my
Yeah.
party. Just that's
Yeah.
what I got.
Strider.
Yes.
Everything went black. So all right, let's add it up. You're speared. You're grappled. You are low in health points, and a second of those bad guys just joined them.
Now the lights just went out.
And now, if things weren't bad enough, all the lights went out.
Do you see like a light?
Yeah,
up
is
on
there
the
any light?
horizon?
The light you
Well,
see,
the moonbeam is magical light, so it would penetrate.
Oh,
you said non-magical.
That's true.
So there is magical light around, but again, it's not. It doesn't reach where they are. So nor me. So I'm still in the dark. We're all in the dark. Mm-hmm. Okay,
That's your moonbeam, right?
it's my moonbeam.
Okay.
Right.
Oh well then.
Does that require concentration?
Yes, and it's going to go away the minute I do this other thing, which I'm
Oh,
hoping.
okay. I was gonna say because that could be like your ooh, here I am, but but no,
Yeah,
you
well-
got something better to do.
Well, I'm hoping that this will work. Okay.
tell me about it. I gotta fill my drink real quick.
All right, so Strider is going to cast Freedom of Movement.
Yeah, read that.
So You touch a willing creature. For the duration, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. The target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled.
Woohoo! That's called reading the fine print.
Let's go spell.
And so actually having that happen and then a break between sessions is a good thing because you had time to read that.
Well, and it's one of those things like you feel like a real idiot. It's like, well, shit, I could have done this like 2 turns ago.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, you've only had one turn, and the last turn you chose not to. You chose to attack instead of trying to break free.
Right. So I'm casting freedom of movement.
And is it concentration?
It is not, but I will have to drop. Obviously, I will drop my moonbeam. So now, foonk, we're in the dark.
If
A
it's
lot
not
of dark.
concentration, why
What's
do you
that?
have to drop it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
You'll have to drop
am I
it.
allowed to stack?
Well, you only have to drop concentration for other concentration spells.
Oh well, then we're going to keep it in there because
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
freedom of
Bonus
movement is
action.
not concentration.
You got an
In a
undo.
bonus action, you can probably move it.
Control Z. Work.
All right.
Or can you? Yeah, you can move the moonbeam.
I think
No, the
it's-
movement
action
took
takes
an
the
action.
whole action. So
That's what he
my
told me.
action is going to be
what he
freedom of
said.
movement, and I am getting myself automatically ungrappled from this clown.
Yeah, so you feel the penetration of the saber-like fingers. Just you pull as you cast the spell. You're kind of pushed forward and away, and I'll just move you just that.
He had you run through too.
Apparently,
All right.
Nasty.
yeah. I feel like Ola.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, truly. All right.
Now you're in difficult terrain unless you have a way around that. I think.
Freedom of movement.
Freedom of movement.
All
I'll
right.
do that too.
All right. Cool.
What? Thanks to me, you can't see.
Well,
Back up.
He knows where they are, and he's going to move.
You know where your moonbeam is.
right.
But on what side of that moonbeam are you?
And how many trees are there? That's the thing. Is now I
Yeah,
made
right.
him blind, basically.
They're blind too, though.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess I'm going to
You're probably going to run here, right?
somewhere roughly opposite of where we were headed.
You're going to run. You know where the moonbeam was. You're going to run along the edge of the moonbeam until you find the path.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right, and that's 15 feet of your movement. And now I can make you uninvisible.
Yay. All right.
And you say, "Oh, hi, glowing."
Phew. It's more like
Hey, as you put your hands on your
Probably. Hi, Strider. How are you?
Blood.
yeah. I just took my first aid training, but I don't think impaled was in there.
as you pop the cork of one of your healing potions.
Ooh, can I
That's
do
an
that?
action too, though, isn't it?
No, not is it? I don't.
DM's discretion.
I think so.
I don't think taking a potion
You,
is.
you don't have to drink it. Just
I
pour
think
it
a-
right in the hole.
I think a bonus action sounds more like it. So it's a free action to find the potion, a bonus action to pop it. You could do it as an action or a bonus action, I would say. And if you want to take one potion,
Do you have a pencil? Using?
Let's see. I will do that, but I will do it with not the potion I just made, but this one here, because I think it has... Oh, well, yeah, it's about the same. All right. So I will do that. 1, 2, 3.
She said we had to kill one of each.
yes. So also the druid said that you had to kill these monstrosities, and we went through those monstrosities last week. I'm sure you watched the video.
I did.
Totally.
And went through the different types of monstrosities, and you had to kill one of each of these monstrosities for you to be before you would even have any hope of finding the lair of Chuth.
They're monstrosities, and I don't want them to come to attack us.
So you did your healing,
Yes.
and so I can open up that. Yeah, in here the Sorrow Stone, and we can just quickly go through them. You've seen the wretched. You've killed that. This is the lost, and you've killed one of these now. These are the other. You had one counter one. You killed it. 2 more attacked, and so you killed one of those. And then the lonely. As you had, she cast this like vision in the leaves as they fell, and this is they show players. Yes, okay. That's the lonely. And then there's the hungry. And then the angry. And before you have any chance of finding the lair, you'd have to kill at least one of each of these.
Any level?
Mine's a second or lower, so it depends on what you cast it as, I guess. Oh, you did. Okay. We're good.
You cast a 3rd level spell?
On the... He was
Right.
confirming about the moonbeam versus his darkness.
We're fine.
We're good.
Okay. So
We're still...
that's a quick view on what those are.
Only a face mother could love.
All right. Escaped. Potion on board. Olaf.
Olak.
Okay.
Sorry, just heard the wrong person.
Time out. Before we get there, let's have Christiana roll for initiative.
Oh, yeah.
What's gonna climb out of the thing and what's all the ruckus? Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, what's all the ruckus?
12.
We're gonna make it 11, and you'll go next.
Okay.
I woke up and you were gone.
So
Yeah, you're implying that things that happened that may or may not have happened.
What happened in the...
you did
Genius
spend
files.
extended time together in the lamp.
Yeah. What happens in the lamp?
You said everybody was in the lamp.
Oh,
He was
what,
playing with his alchemy kit. so,
They
I
were
mean,
up until last week.
because in a mansion of limitless bounty and food and servants that I can make do anything I want, that's what you want to spend your time, is playing with your alchemy kit.
Whatever.
So Christiana,
I learned good stuff. And I made good stuff.
And I'm guessing that Ruckus and Christiana weren't seen by the rest of the group. For a
I'm
while.
sure I conjured up a science geek servant for you, like when Jordy conjured what's-her-face who invented the warp drive.
I just need someone to monitor the pots while I'm boiling my potion.
The last week.
And she's wearing a phone.
so you step out of the lamp and you kind of fall on the ground right underneath Gloin, and he is in defense/attack mode, and you were in this
Everybody's like...
Strider's a bloody mess,
I know,
leaning
right?
on his
Like,
knees.
right in front of you, probably giving.
I take a 1 hour nap.
And 3 days later, I wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you come out and it's all foggy. This is not the environment you entered the lamp in, right? And everyone is in defense, attack mode, battle mode. You look and there's Strider. The ass end of Strider is pointed right at you.
Along with bloody gaping holes
Right,
His
you
back.
don't
that are
look
slowly
so-
closing.
You don't look so great, Strider.
I don't feel so great. Thanks for joining.
So, sorry, what was Olak doing?
I
it's
think
Christiana
I'm
now.
going.
Oh, I didn't
Of
hear
course,
what- I didn't
you know
hear what
nothing
that.
about staying on the path.
Yeah.
What you do know is you can only see 10 feet around. You might see the dark shapeness of who you might assume is wandering barkworm, but you can't see him that great. Right?
Oh, the fog's that bad?
The fog is that. I said you can't
Whiteout
see
conditions.
10 feet. Okay.
throughout the forest.
Okay.
So this line of foliage is obstruction that you can't see past it.
And it's from. Is it clear that there is a path and?
Yeah.
Okay.
The footing is you're on stairs. I have path here.
Flat stairs.
Kind of yeah, but there's still steps. You have to take the steps, but you don't.
escalator.
It
Perpetual down escalator.
doesn't really seem to ever go down. Or you go down a flight of stairs, but it seems like you're on to the next step, and you still go down, but you don't really seem to be going down in elevation. So that's what you see. Bam, you're there. You step out. You felt well rested. You stretch. Oh, what's up, guys?
So Olak and I can't even see her. Maybe
No.
maybe hear
No.
her.
Yeah, if she says anything.
Well, she definitely says, "You don't look so great, Strider." And
I don't feel so green. Stay on the path.
the path.
We should
Okay,
get out of here.
Gotcha.
Barkworm will say, we should get out of here. And start down the path.
I'm assuming loudly enough for.
Everybody do. But not
Yeah.
like screaming.
But
like,
which
like
way?
a whispered yell.
A whisper.
Well, how do you do? You know, we're all like within 10 feet.
Whisper screams. Don't turn around. Just drop.
Do you need help, Strider?
We're surrounded by demons.
Well, I feel a little better, but if you're feeling generous.
She'll cast Cure Wounds
Nice.
for 7.
Hey, a little bit helps. Okay. 7. Awesome. I'm starting to feel a little more like myself.
So we
Slightly
did
better
kill
than-
one of these things, so we're not inclined to chase the ones into the
I'm not.
impenetrable forest.
So you might say, Strider, yes, Barkworm's saying we should move on. And you'd lift up a hand and say, we're heading that way.
Exactly. Thanks.
So if you
she'll-
choose to move, you know the direction.
Yes. Okay.
Would you like to include anything else? Oh, by the way,
There's demons all around us.
Oh,
Monsters.
as you can see, we're fighting big mean stuff. It comes out of the woods.
I gathered you didn't stab yourself.
No, it was scary.
stay on the path.
Stay on.
He said that.
I said that at the outset.
Yeah, he did say that. Yes.
Oh, because she didn't get one of the
Yeah.
magic laurels, did she?
Nope.
I see you've gotten laid since we've
That's right.
Is that what he says or what? No.
Yeah, you would notice.
Everybody got laid by
It's
you.
obvious. Yeah, there's a glow about him.
That's what you think. Okay. Yeah. She'll
Give the dryad my number.
she'll move up to
Nature
Barkworm.
chick in a leafy dress, she's your type.
That's 10 feet.
Yeah.
Good enough?
Turn into
Yeah.
a giant goat.
I mean, she doesn't
Go with
move,
her
so
skirt.
she's not gonna.
Take the dot. Oh, you used an action to do the healing, probably.
Yeah.
Or was that a
I'm
bonus
trying
action?
all right.
Some of the, one,
No, that was an action.
All right.
Yeah.
I kept one thing.
It was a cast spell.
yeah, well, but there's one of those healing spells that is a bonus action.
Oh, this was just Cure Wounds.
Yeah, it must be healing word then. That's the,
Oh, you healed them?
What would you ever get from?
Christiana. Olak, now you're up.
All right. Well, since I've heard we're all on the path, I'm going to bonus action swing my spear around and move it as far in front of me as I can. They can only move 30 feet. So it's not going to be quite in front of me, but
Oh, you got a flaming sphere going?
Yeah, he's got the little.
yeah, that's
He's
the
little
smaller
and the big
circle.
Oh, okay.
Mine's bigger than his. So I'm just saying.
I would rather not hit Ruckus or myself, so,
Just saying.
we'll take the long way around.
Mine's bigger than me.
Why can't
Not
I
like
grab
it's a
it?
competition or anything.
No, I just it's usually me making
It's
this
about
crap,
there.
so I'm proud of Christian
Right.
for saying that.
And then I will walk forward to just behind it, so I'm not close enough to get hurt by it, but, close enough that it's in front of me.
All right.
So does that
And
actually
then I will dodge.
help us see, or is it just
It
Well,
should.
high beams in
It
the
gives
fog?
you a glow to walk toward whoever's in
Okay.
front.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a light in fog, right?
Okay.
And then I'm dodging.
And you're dodging. All right. Barkworm?
I will.
Oh,
run
Mindy
forward.
also comes with me.
I'll run forward as well and get as close as I can.
Yeah. You gonna stay behind him, I assume?
Yeah.
And
And hold the dodge action.
And my dog would be with me as well.
You can cast fireball from your breath every turn if you get lucky. We
Those
can't do
things
that.
are evil. I'm not letting
Not.
them live.
No. You're gonna be all by
You
yourself.
could light up the forest and just so they can't
Oh,
come back.
that's
We've got
at
other
least,
ones to
yeah.
kill.
I'm not gonna stay here, but they're gonna die.
Okay, if you can find them.
I mean, you might be able to torch them.
Fireball, 30-foot radius.
Okay.
Where's it dying?
You gotta know where they are.
There it is.
Close
You
enough.
kind of know where they are.
20-foot radius.
If you
Hope you
don't-
got a leash for that thing. You can't see shit in here.
That is a different image, but that'll work for today.
all you hear is
Well, it's
into the wood brush.
it's like a robotic dog. It's not like an actual puppy.
I stand by my statement. If you can't see any better than we can, it's going to get lost.
Okay. That was Barkworm. The bad guys do whatever they do. And so I envision they can't see. They between you and where you went is this moonbeam, and you can they're probably making some sort of guttural sounds of anger and frustration. And they probably take some sort of movement.
That way.
That way, some way. And Ruckus.
Can't be my turn again.
I was gonna say, where's Gloin?
Gloin should have been after Olak. Gloin. I took Barkworm. Barkworm went ahead. So Gloin.
Well, I'm gonna go back to glowing. Bonus action. I was learning a lesson there. Can't fly in. No point in being a dragon in this path. I don't know where they're at. I don't even know where they're or anywhere close to where they're at. So
There's no, they're over there somewhere.
yeah,
They're
I guess
off in this woods somewhere.
You could ask Strider, but
well, they've moved since then. So even though they're in darkness, who knows which direction they've moved? I don't know. I mean, I could cover the darkness, maybe out a little farther, and just for the heck of it. But then I've created a big ruckus.
And you've used a spell slot.
yeah.
And
Third
I-
level.
Smokey the Bear's not going to be happy with you. But you could take a shot at it. I mean,
Okay, so I see the darkness. I'm going to go a little bit further out from the darkness as my center point. 20-foot radius, level 4 fireball. Dex 17 save if they're in it.
Okay. You see
I
that?
see a 20.
That's a 20 as
Is
well.
that 20? Yeah. Yeah, the
you rolled double 20.
I rolled double 20s.
Cheater.
I picked them up. I rolled them.
Half damage.
So they passed.
Well, they take half of 33 then, which
All right.
is 16.
And at least one, you hear at least one something off in the distance cry in agony. Did it die? Did it not die?
Okay.
And now is there a chunk of the forest on fire?
No,
Off
probably
beyond
not.
the darkness.
Oh.
Hard to know.
You might have been a momentary.
As a parting shot, you know.
Yeah, it's a little bigger than
We
my
felt
darkness,
the
right?
heat.
So
A
Yeah.
you might have
heat
seen a little sort of.
I like his idea better. I felt a shockwave of heat flow through.
Yeah.
A breeze of warm mist.
I want to make sure it's far enough away from us that it didn't hit
And
us.
it would have blown away.
I assume you did that.
But then it comes right back.
Steamed our vegetables.
And perhaps after a moment you hear the sound, a familiar sound of some monstrous creature feeding.
With a lot of lumber on fire.
We need to move.
It looked like trees on fire,
And
right?
moving. And
Well, it depends how green they are. This
My
is
turn
pretty green
goes, then who's next?
vegetation.
So it's more like a quick.
Green and wet.
Green
oh,
and-
when are you going to move?
Okay.
Still got more movement.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys anyway.
Bonus
right?
action.
All right. So we just keep moving forward, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're moving that way.
We're expediting away. Quietly and stealthily.
So I'll just assume, Olak, you're keeping your fire in front of them.
Yeah, for the minute it lasts.
All right. The moonbeam is similar. How long does the moonbeam last?
Hey, bring it up behind us.
1 minute.
Yeah. So that's probably gonna fade. All right. You walk for your minute. DM says long enough for your stuff to fade, so you have to do it again if you want to.
Alright.
But the moonbeam does damage too, right? So you're like,
Well, so
Bring
is
it
the
on.
flaming spear.
Yeah, they both.
Squirrel runs by.
Yeah, they both can do that. So
As
far as we,
who knows, you might need these again.
yep,
And
keep them handy.
But
Yeah.
maybe you, as you seem to be, you dash forward along the path for a while, just to get away from where you were, hopefully away from the dangers of the forest. Maybe you want to reestablish a marching order. I've forgotten.
I might slip behind the quadrone.
Should Barkworm? No, he should at least be close to the front.
yeah,
He's our guide.
yeah. I like the idea of Ruckus in the middle.
Yeah, Ruckus, or are you gonna keep?
Sharkus?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay.
Ruckus,
As,
Sharkus.
I'm gonna stay as
Where
Sharkus.
Ruckus?
Yeah. So does Sharkus need to be in the middle?
It's where I want to be, middle-ish.
Okay.
Just
So
It's like you're undamageable in that form, aren't you?
pretty much, but I want to be ready to respond to something
Yeah.
in the front or the back. That's what I'm getting at.
all right. How about? I think Mowbray would probably want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
So holding hands
She's
with.
squishy.
Although, well, I guess if
With
Strider's
the
still
Sharkman.
feeling beat up and doesn't want to be in the back, I can take the back
Let's try to shoot.
if you're still bleeding.
Well, it sounds like we've got enough time to have a turn for me to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm feeling better.
Your arm's off.
Any changes to this marching order?
It's just a flesh wound.
That looks good.
I'm happy.
I'm content.
Works for me.
Okay.
Go.
Ken, you okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we described this forest as you were marching. You could hear the sounds of creatures off in the distance. The unnatural sounds of life, demonic. Although these weren't demons, these were more monstrosities. and you can hear them off in the distance, and you're happy for them to stay in the distance. And you march for a while as you go down the path, and you stay on the path. You probably center on the path the best you can. The problem with what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I got a cantrip with dancing lights too. I could have them. If that buys, helps at all. A couple in
I
front,
don't
and
know
a
how
couple
much
in
light
back.
we want to cast, do we? Much attention we want to bring to ourselves.
Yeah, but we don't want to.
We had the slaying spear, so I guess
I don't know
maybe
how
we
much
put
it
one in
helped.
the
I mean,
front.
Well,
kinda like-
Flaming Sphere's gone now.
Yeah,
so-
it's gone now.
These creatures we need to kill, are they all in here? Like we,
We
have
don't
to
know
kill
where
them?
they're at.
Well, the druid led you to believe.
That the path is safe, and if we follow
Bright
the
light for
path,
10 and dim for
it'll
9.
take us to where we need to go.
Right.
These people, we have to kill each one of the.
Yeah.
at
And
least
that the
one of each.
forest was full of these monstrosities.
So we come across that somewhere.
Now, we could make a whole bunch of noise and attract them if we really want to get down to killing them.
Well, that wasn't my point. My point was more that are we trying to get out of here as quick as possible, or do we have to kill the monsters before
We get out.
we get out?
Yes, the last.
You have to kill at least one of each of them, according to the druid anyway, so that you would be able to find the lair of the dragon.
Right.
Which is our objective.
Right. So you come down the path, and you come to a point where the path goes around this tree and forks.
Dang it.
You have a
I
choice
don't
to make.
remember her saying anything about it forking.
Fork me, fork you. I say we go left.
Left is always right.
Exactly.
Quick, Ruckus, the divination thingamajig.
What?
Tell us which way to go.
What?
Apparently, you have something.
You got rid of it though. It's a, yeah.
I was gonna say.
You had a thing of
You got a
augury or
divining
whatever
rod?
it was.
A what?
You had something that let you ask questions to to the cosmos.
Oh.
I think you have something like that, don't you?
But you got rid of it, I think. I think you traded it for all the stuff.
Barinka, might-
Let's see.
April decided to come home. Oh, hi.
Left?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I guess I've. If I did, I sold it or traded it.
I bought myself pizza.
That's what I
but
remember.
I didn't want to eat all of it.
You know, that's funny because I made our DiGiorno pizza for lunch
Did you?
and then ate it. Ate half then, ate half for dinner. And
So if anybody needs a piece,
yeah, pizza if you want a piece of pizza.
think sausage.
There you go. So the road is forked and everyone's saying going left. Is left to the
I
south?
would agree. Let's
That-
go.
Is that
Yes.
left? Okay.
Continue south.
All right. All right. As we are all being very careful as we move carefully. Be quiet. You're trying to be stealthy. And so somebody else is clicking on my map and it's jumping around. I think
Not me.
it seems something's jumping around on me. Doesn't matter that much. I fix it immediately. All right. As we march along. And we keep sharp. You see, it just did it again. It moved on me. I don't know why.
Did it to me
Is
too.
it it's centering on whatever you just moved?
Yeah, possible.
Could be.
Yeah. And then my
Didn't do it then, right?
Hmm.
Didn't do it
It
then.
seems when you click either Ruckus or the dog, it jumps.
Interesting.
Yep. It's when you move Ruckus.
It didn't do it for
It
him.
didn't do it for me though.
It did it for me. I also specifically moved my screen way up. Yep.
So it's Ruckus.
Ruckus is a special.
Ruckus's world, y'all are just living in it.
All right. As we carry on,
Make that all about you. Huh?
It's a Sharky Man world.
That's right.
Gloin, you get the sense that something is following us.
Besides the robot dog.
You look back and you see this little mechanical creature, small creature following Ruckus and Christiana. There, it just did it. You see that? Crazy. And it's centered on that. I don't know if that's a new feature I'm just not used to or what.
You got them labeled as something, or
Why don't you give me a perception check?
Write down paper plate.
The Steel Defender has pretty high passive perception as well.
Okay.
thank you.
And it can't be surprised.
Thanks for helping eat it, because I'm certainly not going to eat it all.
Did you see that?
No.
It was 17 plus whatever.
9 is 26.
Yeah, yeah. And also, as part of Christiana's background, you have general knowledge on monsters. You've been trained in this.
Right.
So you may not have encountered these before, but at the very least, there was some portion of a lesson at some point in your past where they covered the Sour Sworn from the Shadow Realm.
Okay.
So why don't you give me a history check?
She rolled that with advantage. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. That's after adjustment.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you would have a general knowledge that these creatures are not of our
Plane.
plane of existence. All right, they are not natural to this. They don't just occur naturally in Faerun. As somehow, some way, they have come here. You would also know that progression we saw, that progression that they told you about, as we go back to the Star Stone, this is progressively bad news. All right. Yes, we just took on this loss. The wretched are fine. Those are the wolves of the Shadow Realm. We can handle those. The loss we just saw, they're no joke, especially in numbers. But as we get to the lonely, you might know prey on the weak. And they have these grappling. When I say grappling, I don't mean grabbing, although they do that. They have a ranged attack, harpooning attack, that they will target the weakest amongst the crew and try to pull them off. The hungry and the angry, maybe you know a little bit less about, other than they are progressively tougher and stronger. All right? Just
Goody.
no bueno. To speak in the language of your kin. and maybe you're probably creeping out the rest of the group as you describe them a little bit more.
What I kind of imagine happening is she'd be like, "So what are we fighting here?" And someone says the Sorrow Storm. Oh, it's like, oh, the Sorrow Storm. So like goes on a lecture.
They eat your brains and they swallow your children and
we're probably not going to survive this.
And you're probably contemplating how they might have gotten here. As I keep doing that.
How did they get here?
Somebody brought them.
Or is open to open a doorway.
Like I said, somebody brought them.
who invited these jerks?
Yeah. Whose idea was this anyway?
So you continue down, move on down the road.
We're still in the thick fog.
Do I
Right?
tell
It's-
everyone
yeah.
that I think we're being followed?
Do you?
Do you?
I feel like we're being followed, guys. I don't know what. I can't see it. But
Yeah, as long as you're in the woods, you have no reason to believe this fog is going to let up. No reason to expect it. That is the intelligence you've gotten. It is not nice area, and you can really only see the person in front of you or behind you, and maybe the shadow of someone beyond them, as you keep in pretty tight marching order. It feels like you're about to say something.
I was just thinking, even if we had a source of light, it seems like it would just sort of bounce back at us. It's like
Head beams
your
in the
high
snow.
beams in the fog, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Right.
buy anything. So they got a couple ways to make light, but I don't know if it's really going to help.
And as we move, Gloin, you continue to have this feeling, and you feel like it's somewhere to your east side of the path versus the west side of the path.
Left.
This
Yeah, the left side.
to me, that's your left, stage left,
We're
right
walking-
side. Matt, I use the word
So
east.
we're walking
this-
down.
Yeah,
Over here.
yeah. I say east because to me, north is top map, south east is.
Okay.
There
So-
we did it again.
I will cast alarm. I can do that as a ritual within 1 minute. So if we stop for just a moment,
Okay.
and so I'll cast alarm, and that'll tell us if something really is following us on the path.
On the path? You can put it on the path? So you stop for a second and you create an alarm. I don't know if I can
Looks like
grab
a
it.
magical
You can just say it's
tripwire on the path.
Any spot, no special spot.
Spidey
Yeah, it's just a trip. Just a trip sensor. Let me know that there is something back there following us on the path. If it's not on the path, I won't show up.
You take a sip of whatever drinks you have as you take a breath. As Wandering Bookworm enters a ritualistic, he sits down, crosses his arms, and does his little chant, oogity boogity, casts this alarm behind us, and says, "Now, if anyone crosses the path," and this is a good choke point to do it.
20-foot cube, so
How many?
20 foot.
Oh,
So it's big.
a 20-foot cube. All right. Well, I won't use that then.
Just so you know, have a frame of reference for your.
Can find 20. There's 20. There's 20. That's close enough. That's still probably a good spot to do it. Okay. You move on down. A little bit of a bluff here as you come through. All right.
And we can't be any further than 60 feet. So we'll just.
Oh, it only lasts 60 feet.
Yeah, so I'll just slip to the back and let everybody go ahead, and I'll stay at 60 feet,
Okay.
and then everybody can just slow down from there.
$60 feet puts us about this bend. As you let people go beyond you. Oops. And I think just you don't want to let I don't know, it wouldn't be Minnie, it'd be the dog, because Minnie's gonna stay with Oleg. The mechanical dog stays on her. Probably Ruckus is right there with you. And so this is about where we're at.
It's probably Golem.
My precious. My precious. Now you have to maintain concentration on that?
No, it's a ritual. Once it's there, it's there. It lasts for hours, 8 hours.
So
But you have to stay within 60 feet to hear it? Okay.
as you lag behind, that's when it's going to attack.
Of course.
And it's going to make its attack. And through the brush comes...
Would I have sensed this?
Well, you've all along sensed there's something behind us, but as you cast it, you may even question him as you don't feel it's on the path. You feel it's off in the vegetation somewhere.
Right.
But, I mean, that's a good idea, but it just wasn't on the path.
Is Ruckus still right next? Because if I don't want to leave him back there by himself, if we're going to move away, I would.
No, it's
You were all...
Ruckus is there.
You can determine your
Yeah, Ruckus is there. As stated was from Barkworm, he was letting the whole group, he was moving out to 60 feet, letting the whole group pass.
Yeah.
And just as he was just as the last person was passing, that's when he was about to move on. But seeing one of the strength-wise weaker people of the tailing toward the end, that's when this creature, the Lonely, does its harpoon attack.
One of the weaker ones.
I'm a wizard. So.
Strength-wise weaker. That's all it is.
I got a feeling he's going to get surprised.
Yeah. So, why don't you roll me a perception attack?
Perception attack?
Not attack. Perception.
I don't know that one.
I see you.
Oh, perception. My passive perception 13.
Yeah, well, so your passive perception is 13. Well, his stealth, he just rolled a 2. So you hear something in the woods to your north. And hello. Whoa, that was Zoom. Where are we at? Where are we at? There he is. And he does his harpoon arm twice. These are +7 to hit. All right, how freaky is that? They're not 20s, they're 16s. So he hit you with 2 harpoons. All right, and so
They're like 20 something, right?
20 something.
Yeah. So
Do you have shield?
You
I
just
had
feel
dodge. I had, I was holding the dodge, right? But I was in the middle of casting it, so you tell me.
Do you have
Yeah.
a reaction like shield or?
So I do have reaction. So creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself
Yeah,
succeeds on an attack, ability, or check, or saving throw. I can magically distract the triggering creature.
but you can't see him.
Oh. Okay. Well,
That's one. A lot of these require
That's a
sight,
problem.
and that is a problem.
And what? So something flew out of the woods and hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So not a creature, like a.
Some sort of attack.
uh,
You just while you did. We'll get to you in a second.
No,
but
I bet it's not like it reached out and touched him. It was a thrown thing.
some sort of projectile.
Okay.
I am just looking at one thing. Yeah. So he's harpooning me. I don't get a bonus action until my turn, right?
Correct. You can use a reaction if you have one.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So he hit you with a harpoon, +7 to hit. It made it to 23. I re-rolled the second attack because he should have disadvantage just like you.
Okay.
All right. And so the second one was a natural 20 and a 5. So he missed with the 12, I'm going to assume. And so you got hit with one, air quote, harpoon arm. And it's 21 piercing damage as it penetrates your shoulder. And it's got you grappled. And it's starting to drag you into the forest. And that's where we'll roll initiative.
So it's a harpoon with a rope on it,
Yeah.
or it's
Really
still
long
attached,
arm.
or it's a really okay.
You're going to have to think more bizarre than that.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
Stretch
Okay.
Armstrong.
Yeah, okay. So it's a really long arm, but it's still attached.
Yeah.
To the creature.
When you go investigate, I'll answer the question.
I got a 17.
Initiative.
17.
I got a 20.
I also got a 20. 18 plus 2.
That's what I rolled.
18 plus 2.
18 plus 2.
You guys figure out who wants to go first.
You're closer.
Okay.
That I like that.
Okay.
We got Ruckus. We have. How about Strider?
13.
How about Olak?
23.
What?
Wasted a natural 20 on this.
A 23?
Yeah.
And Gloin. Love it. All right.
Gotta wait for everyone else to do something. I gotta sit there and twiddle my thumbs.
Yeah. Poor Leonard. All right.
Nobody cares about poor little-
Olak, somewhere behind you, you hear Barkman go, oh!
Yikes.
But he's a good 30 feet probably behind you around the bend. You go.
I can't really see.
Flying fools.
Questions. I think.
Before you go on, I should.
Strider.
I didn't finish. We established turn order, but I didn't finish its attack. Harpoon. Let me finish reading it. If it's larger, smaller creature, the Sauron has grapple 2 creatures, makes 2 attacks. It used dismiss with the other one. All right, I'm good now. Forgive me. Go ahead, Olak.
Okay. So Strider's still there. I think I'm just going to be a helpful artificer, and I will cast Aid on myself, Minnie, and Strider.
Nice.
So we can. What level do I want to do it at?
I don't know what all these symbols are. I just give something here to denote what it is.
All right, we'll go 3rd level. So Strider, add 10 to your maximum hit points and increase your current hit points by 10.
Sweet. Thank you.
I have a magic user question. Can I cast something and do a reaction?
You can only cast 1 spell per round.
But so I can't do a reaction.
You can't cast a spell as a reaction. You can do 1 spell per round. Even if that spell says reaction, you can only do it if
Well, then
you.
how does a counterspell work? If you do an action
Well,
and then you have a counterspell.
you can't cast a spell as an action. You can't cast a non-cantrip spell during your turn and also as a reaction.
So this is what I don't understand. So let's say it's my turn. I
Yep.
cast Fireball.
Right.
My turn ends. 3 people go.
Yep.
Something happens to the 3rd person.
Yep.
I cast counterspell
You
as a
can't do
reaction.
it. You're not allowed to do it.
You're not allowed. Okay.
Yeah,
Do I have the rule wrong?
I think so. I mean, we can go with it that way, and we can figure it out later.
Not,
but-
not in the
Yeah.
same turn.
I thought you were the way you were saying. That's the way I remember it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yours makes sense,
The
but it
question,
also makes sense.
one of my questions
It's
is:
a whole
is your reaction after your turn or before your turn?
Right.
your reaction is after your turn. It would reset on your
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
So I can't do a reaction during my turn. That is a spell. In addition to
Correct.
the spell that I cast.
Reaction is a counter spell is a reaction. A shield is a reaction.
I'm clear now. It sucks, but I'm clear.
Ken, why don't you look that up while we continue? Okay.
Exception would probably be like your like spell scrolls or like a ring or something where you're not using a spell slot.
I would agree with that.
So I could use my staff of power to do something and then have a reaction spell.
Correct.
All right, that works for me. Yeah.
I would agree with that because you aren't casting the spell. You're doing it through the staff. That makes sense. Okay.
I just want to make sure I'm clear. So I got 10 added now, and my max goes to 10 briefly.
Goes up by 10.
Your max goes to 10 for 8 hours,
Okay. And I got
and your current is increased by 10 until you take damage.
It increases by 10 and he gets 10 temporary hit points. So basically right now,
His maximum hit points increased by 10.
right.
so he doesn't get temporary.
Yeah, it's not temporary. It's like full on. Your hit point maximum increases. You can heal them back up.
Okay. All right. That's
Cool.
I'm glad I asked because that's not how I interpreted it. Okay.
Okay. Olak, you did your thing. You did the aid.
Yes,
Ruck-
and then I will continue walking. I think
Okay.
I'll go like 15 feet though. I'll slow my pace, and Minnie will dodge.
15 feet. A dodging mini. Ruckus, you look back at Barkworm and you see this pale, fleshy rope extension, thin, jutting from the vegetation, thrust into Barkworm's shoulder, starting to pull him toward the vegetation.
Okay.
You see another one of those limply laying on the ground, kind of being reeled back in.
Okay, there was another one basically that missed. That
Yeah.
started-
Right.
Okay.
Flopped.
Okay.
Dinner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's encountered humanoid, but
No, I'm just kidding.
well, no, that's what I'm debating is do I just bite the calamari or do I do something else to it? Because it's like there's the rope, and I could just
Go for
It
it.
makes sense.
Cut them free, man.
well.
Bite them free, whatever.
It's hilarious that she bought pizza. We didn't talk and she bought it.
Hang on, let me see something here. That's actually gonna do more damage, but then if I bite that off, he's still gonna have the thing stuck in.
They won't get reeled back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got another way to deal
And
with
you won't be
that.
able to attack again.
We hope.
Well, that's true. It would be taking away that weapon from him too.
But from Christiana's description, this is probably one of the things we're looking for.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, I was just debating biting it versus trying to
Get it
teleport you out of there, and it would take some damage with my thunder step, but I could do more damage to it if I just bite it. I think.
out. I might even say, it's okay, get it.
Okay. All right. So, 2 bite attacks. 11.
Well, so your first bite, maybe you thought it would be softer and easier to bite through than you thought, but you just and you don't really penetrate its hide.
All right.
It's like steel.
Bone.
Second bite. Come on, do better. No.
This is harder
How
Is there
many
anything you
people
can
are
do
we
about this
at?
roll?
I could, but I'm not.
Okay. You took the bite. If it didn't do it,
I
it
know.
didn't do it. Seeing if you have any options.
Yeah, I don't think so. I can reroll damage, but I can't
Who got
reroll my.
Was it you?
Your
Just
attack.
you?
I don't think.
Himself.
Let me,
You give it to
No,
yourself.
it was self, mini, and me.
Oh, okay. I thought there would be 3. That's what I was like. Maybe he gave it to Ruckus.
well, crap.
Well, if it didn't work, it didn't work, man. It makes a good story.
Yeah, I just like. Just like
Yeah,
like a rubber band. It didn't
it's
work.
like, all right, you have these little pieces of shark teeth inside that kind of let loose. Right, that's the thing about shark; they lose teeth easily, right?
Yep.
Kind of maybe half penetrated, but didn't really do any damage. Okay,
Keep my jaw shut on it.
well, you didn't.
No,
You didn't
I know.
take purchase. You moved up though, and we'd move on to Christiana. Now you can't see them. Remember, you know they're back there, and you just saw Ruckus that was right behind you step out of your sight.
Sorry.
I said, I don't.
was reading
Christiana,
what-
Christiana, you're up.
Pussy.
But you can't really see what's going on. You just heard
You know he went that
grunt.
way.
Ah, whoop, boing. Yeah.
This is harder than
Okay.
I thought.
Okay. So I will go over there with my steel defender.
So you take 2 steps and you run into him and you see this thing in Barkworm's shoulder. You see Jabberjaws here gnawing on the appendage, but not really doing any damage.
Can I do that?
You're still defenders kind of looking up.
So the steel defender, if I remember correctly, takes its turn on my turn.
Yeah, well, it might say it gets its own initiative, but I'm going to say you do it on
Yeah,
your turn
okay.
just to keep it simple.
So, Delta will
Ooh, Delta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delta Oscar Golf.
Gamma and golf.
will do is force empower rend. It's a bite attack. +8 to hit.
Now, can it jump? Because it's a dog, right?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
And
about-
we're talking about this thing. How high is your shoulder? 6 feet off the ground?
I'm sure.
I would think it could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It runs around and
He's a stick 6 feet in the air. No.
come on. That's because I'm on the wrong keyboard.
Bionic dog? They had a bionic dog.
Nice.
Yeah, they did.
German Shepherd.
Yeah, didn't the
25
bionic woman
to
have a
hit?
dog? Didn't
25 hit. And it jumps up. It latches onto the arm. How much damage does it do?
1d8 plus 4. Nine points of damage.
Better
9
than
points of damage. Okay.
I'm just like flossing with it.
What are those? What are they? The Belgian Malinois dogs that can like jump 40 feet in the air and do all sorts of crazy stuff. I kind of imagine it just like hanging from its jaws on the
Yeah.
on the arm thing.
Yeah. So it did its damage, but it didn't let go. I made a roll and it didn't let go. 9 damage. Oh, actually, it sunk its teeth in, but it didn't seem to do as much damage as you might have thought.
Interesting. For my bonus action, I am going to do my Crimson Right. So I'm going to take 1d6 damage and attacks with my crossbow now are worth an extra 1d6.
Yeah. Good.
And that'll be lightning damage, the extra 1d6 if it matters.
Cool. It would.
And I think, if I remember correctly, one of the perks on the crossbow means like the ranges don't matter anymore. Like you can't be too close, you can't be too far.
But you do have to see them. You can see them if they get any break in the cover. You can
Right.
You can
So
shoot.
here's what I would propose is I was going to shoot at the
Yeah.
arm
On the
thing.
arm thing.
Yeah.
Sure, you could,
okay.
but not this turn, right?
No, he.
I can.
Oh,
because
you-
that was the dog's action.
Right.
My bonus action.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
My action. So that's 27 to hit
Oh, sure.
for 10 points of piercing and
That's 10 points of piercing from a magical bolt.
correct.
Right.
And 2 lightning damage
All right.
for the.
So, and despite it being magical, it still didn't do as much damage as you thought. And as you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, this particular creature doesn't matter that it's not any bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, even if it is magical, is still resisted. Not nullified, but resisted, which is uncommon because is uncommon because a lot of times, but specifically, I'm reading it right here, right? It's specifically, but you would remember that from your lesson. Oh yeah. So you said your main damage was 12.
It was 10
Yeah.
piercing.
10 piercing was mitigated,
and then
but the two lightning
lightning.
had full effect.
Another question we would have learned probably is this undead?
No.
Okay, I was thinking it wasn't. But
So what I'm hearing is kill it with fire. That's what I would
use your spells. Yeah, use your spells. Which
Can't be hurt by fire.
Well, you just realized this, remembered this as you made your
Piercing,
attacks, as you
Yeah.
witnessed
Like me.
this attack.
well, she might say out loud like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course, use your spells,"
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
is good.
which
This
she
case
doesn't
sounds
really
like
have spells that
lightning
she
work.
can use. So in this case, she's gonna.
But yeah,
doing.
Yeah.
So she has two attacks.
Okay,
See,
one
more
more.
learning for you.
More. Another 27 to hit,
Right.
and that's 9 piercing,
Same thing.
same thing, and then the 1 lightning.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that was it. Yeah.
All right. Look, I always forget. How does the concentration work? It's 10 plus the difficulty class is the damage you take, right? Or half the damage you take. If this was a wizard and they were doing a concentration check, it's 10 plus
It's half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
half the damage or 10. And you would lose concentration if you fail that check, right? I'm
And a
trying.
concentration check is a Constitution saving throw, at least for players.
Right, and I'm just trying to do something equate to that, to him maintaining the grapple.
So, question with these arm things. Does that mean we're within base contact or within 5 feet
Yeah,
of
that's
the creature?
That's a great question.
Yes.
I would have to say yes,
Okay.
as long as you can target something tiny. Right? Technically, this is tiny compared to the medium-sized creature.
Right.
Especially for those in this range, right? It would be different if you were more than 5 feet away. I think you got your sharpshooter thing. You don't miss.
Well, one reason I was asking was because the steel defender can impose disadvantage if it's within 5 feet of the creature and you can see it. So that's where.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't think you're doing that. You would do it to this hand.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But for his other arm attack, I don't think he'd be disadvantaged on that.
Right. Okay.
Okay. That was Christiana. Where did Barkworm?
So,
You have a dog. What? I have
I'm sorry.
Ola, Ruckus, Christiana, Barkworm, Strider, Sorrow, Glowing.
I was missing one. Okay.
Good?
I'm good. Yep.
Okay. So I'll take the staff and I'll touch it to his tendril and cast Hold Monster.
Okay.
So he has to make a wisdom failing, so throw of 16.
All right. This is no modifier on this roll. 19 on the die.
And so then I'll use my reaction, Silvery Barbs, to make him re-roll that.
All right. 15 on the die.
He fails.
All right.
So he's held.
All right. What's that? No movement at all?
Paralyzed.
He's paralyzed
All right.
until
Oh,
this is done. At the end of each turn, he gets to re-roll the wisdom throw.
Okay.
Saving throw.
Well,
If he
Of
takes
16 or better.
if he takes damage, does that?
Nope.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Good.
So you can fireball.
paralyzed means we
He's
get
stuck.
advantage to hit him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
you would
Any
negate.
crit on him?
Well,
Oh, you
you.
can't see him.
Well, you just get close now.
Hold
You
on,
just follow
hold
the
on.
tendril.
Then we could walk up to him. Good.
Yeah, you can't see him.
Not
He's
yet.
he's off in the. You can see this.
His arm.
You could probably cut it off
And we can
We
probably
can follow the arm
follow
too,
the
yeah.
arm too.
if you choose to go off the path.
I think cutting it off has been apparently made. It's hard.
Well,
It's gonna be
Oh, this
really-
guy missed.
Yeah.
he missed, and the other attacks did incremental small amounts. So it's doing its damage. That part of his arm is taking some wear. The
And I'll just say, kill it now.
So what happens if we go off the path?
Nothing.
Bad things, don't do it.
There's bad things out there,
Yeah.
but there's already something there. We
Yeah. We don't know.
you can pull it. You can pull it. You can spend a turn pulling it in.
There's an idea.
Yeah.
all right, that's Barkworm's turn.
I got a bonus action. Oh, that's a spell, so I won't do it.
So here's a follow-up question to my last one about being within 5 feet. So if it's paralyzed, you auto crit if you're within
Yeah.
5 feet of it. So
You would auto crit this part of its
that
arm.
part of it.
yeah.
If you attack that part of its arm, you would auto crit on it.
Normally, you can't target body parts, but in this case, I think it's a special case.
Yeah.
That was Barkram Strider. We're up to you.
If we obliterate the arm, doesn't mean we killed it, right? We just
All
chopped
right.
the arm off.
Okay. Well,
But we can rack up
Bless
damage
America.
until the DM decides that it's cut off.
There, yeah.
So
I just lost my laptop. I ran out of juice. You know, it would have been nice if it would have said, "Hey,
you're almost out.
it's like my work computer. The battery drains so quickly that like by the time it tells you the battery is almost, you have like 30 seconds to run and plug it
yeah,
in.
well."
That's how I got a new laptop. Was when mine started doing that.
My computer is new.
Do you need a reason to get a new laptop at work?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Well, at least a year ago you did, because I got the, hey, you're due for a new one. Oh, never mind. We're having supply problems. You don't get a new one.
Oh, that's-
Until I said my battery's crapped out, and they said, well,
we can give you a new battery.
no, they said a new battery costs more than a new laptop, so here's a new laptop.
You know why though? Because we get hand-me-downs for laptops. Torques me off.
You do?
Everyone does. You have to be a certain salary grade for you not to get a hand-me-down laptop. As I believe, as I sit here right now, my understanding is that we get hand-me-down laptops. The new laptop I got
That
2
would
years ago.
explain why there's.
We lost you.
Go ahead, Ken. Might explain why.
Oh, sorry, I was agreeing with you, but
Yeah.
being loud about it.
Yeah.
So that means you might not have gotten a new laptop.
Possible.
The one I got was a 2017, 2 years ago.
Interesting.
So, I guess I would try to move off of that thing. Is that a? Am I grappled or something?
You are grappled.
Okay.
The way they describe it as a harpoon, right? So
Yeah,
it's
no, no argument. I just want to know what I can do. So I can't move, so I'm done, I guess.
okay.
Strider's up.
Strider.
What's up? All right. So,
Again, you can't see them.
right. I can't see it.
You can't see Mowbray.
Okay.
You can see glowing. You can hear sounds off in the distance.
Okay.
You know that you're under attack.
Right. So
You also know that Olak continued forward.
right, but we have somebody in trouble. So I'm going to move towards the battle, the noise, and I should have enough movement.
Oh yeah, you can get here for sure.
Can I get to Barkworm?
Yeah, I'll put you here.
I don't want to be off the path though.
Yeah, that's close enough.
All right, as long as you call me on the
I-
path. All right.
You feel like you're right on the edge of the path.
If you're going to get harpooned, it's really not going to matter. What part
Well,
of
I
it?
might.
They don't seem to be wanting to get on the path and confronting you directly.
Right.
Well, that's wise of them.
So I'm going to cast. Hey, you know what? You use it till it doesn't. I'm going to. Willing teacher I can touch, which is Barkworm. So I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement again, so that my
Nice.
willing target can use 5 feet of his movement to become ungrappled from this non-magical grapple.
On my turn, right? Or do I do that now?
I would say you pop off right now, unless.
Target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape. Yeah.
Oh, so when he can spend that movement.
Right, I guess. So I have cast that spell on you. I'm like, and I'll tell him it worked for me. Jump off.
And as I described from him, you feel the pressure that you had drawing you in now seems to be repulsing you. But you'll do that on your turn.
And then bonus action, I will summon my flame blade to my hand.
Ooh, cool.
And there we go. Movement action, bonus action.
And I got my spreadsheet back, Coolio, and it would be its turn now, so it rolls another wisdom saving throw.
Yep, 16.
16. 11, so it failed. And we're to Gloin. Oh, except for Olak,
Who gets speared?
who conveniently separated himself
At least one of them.
Split the party.
Actually, you got
What are
pretty.
you doing?
Olak has a pretty high armor class.
Yeah, he does, and he's got pretty high strength too. But he's alone, and these guys are the lonely. So he makes 2 attacks with its harpoon arms. I have an 18. Does an 18 hit?
Nope.
All right, so you had 2 of these fleshy, ropey, harpoony things flush out. One glanced off your shoulder, the other one went wide. They missed, and they are beginning to retract from above you and to your left, from the east.
So that they're up on the
On that
the
bluff, yeah. Somewhere back here. All right. Now it's Gloin's turn.
So, as a use of words, I'm not going to do this, but I've been looking through them. Like you said, got to be able to see something to hit them with a lot of these spells. Guiding Bolt. A flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. Doesn't say anything about me having to see it. But how do you make a ranged spell attack without being able to
Well,
see it?
first of all, you'd have disadvantage because you're gonna aim that. I'm gonna pull my arrow. I'm gonna shoot that
I
way.
know it's over there
Yeah,
somewhere.
I know it's over there.
Well, it would be easy. I could just go to the arm and go right that way.
Right.
But anyway,
You'll still have disadvantage, but that's how you, you
Yeah.
can do it.
so I'm,
If you're
but
trying
I'm
to
not
get the
going
body.
to. I mean, I was going through and I saw that
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, but ranged, yeah, you're going to have disadvantage if you can't
Exactly.
see it.
So I am there. I see where I can't see nothing. So I'm going to walk
Towards the noise.
towards the noise, and I'm going to get right up next to, yeah. I want to be able to see where the arm is.
Well, you just can't.
Well, I can't get next to him.
Oh, not without getting off the path. Well, I'm incorrect. We've always said you can walk through people. All right.
So I'm going to walk up past
15, 20, 20.
Malbury, past Ruckus, and get in front of Ruckus. No, the other direction. They're right there.
Well, up here,
Yeah.
you're going to be off the path.
On-
I don't care.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go
Maybe on the other side, that's just the
to
edge of
go
the-
underneath. I'm a dwarf. I'm going to walk underneath the arm. I'm
Right
on the
there.
path.
Right.
All right.
It's limbo time.
You worm your way through.
I'm
You.
only 3 or 4 feet tall. I don't even have to limbo. I just walk.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll move things around a
I
little.
look where the arm is, and I'm going to. Yeah, how far out?
Look at that vein.
So I want to make sure that this fireball is 20-foot radius. So it's 20 foot away from
Yeah.
me,
You,
and a 20-foot radius.
I'm going to assume you're not going to try to hit our
Yeah.
people.
So fireball, third level, and I'll roll it here in just a minute. Get down there.
Auto crits.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Well,
is.
fails.
Auto fail.
Well,
Auto fails.
it's dexterity 17 save, which he
No,
automatically fails.
he's gonna automatic. So it takes the full damage of your
Fireball.
fireball. So he doesn't take half, right? He'll take the full damage.
Well, the full damage is 8d6.
So
He's not going to take 8d. He's not going to take
takes your
48.
Roll. He takes your
He'll-
roll.
Okay, so he takes the roll, which is 27.
Fantastic. Good. As we feel that heat wave, the hot mist, sauna flow over you. That was going. Olak.
I take it the arm doesn't go limp.
Okay,
it's-
so I can vaguely see where that arm is leading towards. I'm guessing I can't see the creature though.
Correct. But you see
Alright,
these
I'm just gonna.
two arms are snaking back over this
bluff.
ridge.
So if he had something that was a circle, I mean, you know the arms can't be like 100 feet long. They're probably only going to be.
Yeah.
You don't know
I'm going-
how long those arms could
Grab
be.
them and tie them in a knot around a tree.
There you go.
Like a cartoon.
I'm going to cast a shatter at top of the bluff, and I'm going to. How tall is the bluff?
It is no less than 5. We're gonna roll a d12 plus 5. D12 plus 5. Ooh, 14 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to say the arms are maybe 20 feet long, so I'll go 14 feet up, and then 5 feet and center my fireball there. So not exactly where.
Yeah,
got the
that's
token
okay.
plates,
I might give him a little
I'm
bonus.
envisioning like right there is where I'm targeting it.
Okay.
That's a shatter, right?
Shatter or fireball?
Yeah, the shatter. So it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. A 19. A 16 on the die. Plus 3 is 19.
Oh. All right. Well, it passes. Okay, cast it.
And it takes half of something, probably.
Yeah, half of whatever that is. Half of 15 thunder damage.
7. Okay.
And okay, let's actually mark off the spell slot. And then Minnie will just hop straight up and see what it can see.
All right. It floats up 15 feet-ish, right? Probably more like 20 feet. And
Yeah, and then if it can see it, or in the general area.
it looks into the. Does it fly closer?
No.
Then it can't see it. It
Okay.
just sees the two snake-like appendages starting to slink back into the fog.
Shoot between the two
All
of
right,
them.
it'll shoot some arrows then in the direction of the appendages.
Sure. So they would have disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Yep.
Dang.
He has a macro to do
How
it.
many arrows did you shoot?
4.
Yikes.
All right, so an 18. An 18, really? Oh yeah. Okay, an 18 to hit. These are all normal piercing.
Yeah, but that 18 was with disadvantage?
It was.
Cool. Yes,
And
18
then-
hits.
So okay, and then a 10 to hit. Missing misses.
The 16 hits and the 18 hit.
Okay, so 5 halved is 2, and then 4 halved is 2. 4 damage.
Woohoo! All right, it's a start.
Then Minnie's gonna come back down to me
Okay.
and be behind me.
There was one part of Silvery Barbs that I didn't talk about. I get advantage on a roll, attack roll, or ability check, or saving throw within the next minute.
Okay.
Just
So yeah.
So if you're
Good to
around,
remember.
negate that.
All right, and you also had your aid thing on, if, to the extent that it matters.
It doesn't.
All
That
right.
only increases the hit points.
All right, story time. Ellie came home. My youngest daughter came home over Thanksgiving. Came the weekend before, and she stayed until this morning. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday morning. Friday night, we're having beverages with Chris and Greg McClellan. Jamie, their daughter, joined us. We were having a good old time, and Ellie grabs my
glasses.
reading glasses, puts them on her nose, and leans in, lowers her voice, goes, "That's fantastic." Oh, it's hilarious. And it's like, okay, I didn't realize how often I use the word fantastic.
You're
But
very
ever
aware of it.
since, I'm very self-conscious every time I say the word. And she's right. I use it probably multiple times a day. I'm broken. That's fantastic. Ellie said that. That's great.
Leave it to your kids to.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Back to the game. That was Olak. You were the top of the order. We're back to Ruckus.
Okay.
Yeah, Ruckus, and then you.
All right. So,
You enjoying the taste of that?
well, it's just like I couldn't.
But you know that your lack of effectiveness wasn't due to its toughness. It was more due to you just didn't have the right angle.
Oh yeah, those teeth are missing. Oh,
Those
Okay.
teeth hadn't grown back yet.
yeah. That's where I keep my pencil. So he is.
Krish,
So these things are kind of rope-like, or now because he's paralyzed, it's stiff.
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
paralyzed means it can't
Doesn't
move,
He
right?
can't move. Yeah.
So I
I
would
don't
have.
care. I'm grabbing on and I'm using all my strength to pull this thing towards us.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and when you do, Barkworm kind of pushes off to the side and falls off of it. And
I might go to the other side though.
well, how I oh, stop.
Well, I gotta throw the extra somewhere. I guess it's going in a straight
I
line.
just want to make room for other
But,
people.
but yeah, I wanna,
Yeah, I had it in that shoulder though, so I don't know if that matters. All right, fine.
Well, I'd pulled off, and then
All right, and you grab this, and so you're pulling this. You're using your action. Yeah, give me a strength check. You should be good at this.
I'm sure Gwen would.
I should.
That's a were shirt.
We're gonna try yet another die here.
Oh, you also have a dog hanging from it, but
It's
like I got a clothesline.
well, on your turn, you can help him.
Okay, that's a 19.
Yeah, you start to drag him forward, and well, yeah, sure, you pull him. That's your action, and you pulled him into base contact until you see him.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, that's
That's your
my
turn.
action is to get him into the open so everybody can wheel him
Yeah.
with whatever you got.
All right. Would you like to move?
Well, yeah, I could. Yeah, as I'll
Maybe step back.
drag.
at
Yeah,
least.
drag it a little bit and leave it open for other people to be able to get in there. And,
Right, because if we're within 5 feet, we get.
Your
Right.
dog is over here now.
Well, okay. It would probably. It didn't tell us. Yeah. Okay.
It is a mechanical dog.
It is a mechanical dog, not a creature, so that's fair.
All right. Yeah, Christiana, it's your turn. Now you can summon him.
Yes, and I would.
All right. So is that a bonus action? How do we decide what kind of?
That's its turn.
Okay.
Um,
A free action for you to give it
an
guide.
order. It's not as clear as like with tens.
Yeah.
But I would assume that giving orders to free action.
Yeah,
Um,
I think technically, for a companion, it'll say you have to use an action, but I've never liked that rule. Speaking is a free action.
right.
Okay, so
Especially, and if you say something like "come,"
yeah,
or "come here,"
Yeah.
I mean, it takes 2 seconds.
yeah.
So
To me, it makes sense
Yeah.
that a command to a companion animal is a free action. Go ahead.
So, yeah, she will step up.
All right, so I'm going to say, and this is probably 10 feet of movement.
With Delta. So, yeah, she would attack.
10, 15, 20, 20, 30.
So that's an auto crit for whatever damage it's worth. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess plus, well, no, it's auto crit, so you don't have to roll to attack. So
What's its max damage?
it's 1d8 plus 4, so
That's
12.
12 points of damage. So it's auto crit though, so you'd roll on top of that.
Okay.
Was I supposed to auto crit the fireball?
I think it's also auto hit.
I did auto crit your
It's auto hit. Not
No, it's
auto hit for your fire.
Is it crit?
If you're
We
within.
didn't give him crit.
Hold on. It's an.
The paralyzed.
If you're paralyzed, they get this. I'll read it. Incapacitated and cannot move or speak, automatically fails strength and dexterity. Attackers have advantage in any attack that hits and is made from within 5 feet. So you have to be within base contact. Is an auto crit.
All right, in which the
was
fireball
not.
would not have been. All right.
No going back.
So I rolled a 6 plus 4 is 10. So
Plus 12.
So 22 divided by the
Yeah. Got it.
whatever you're.
Oh, wrong side. Okay. That's the dog, though.
The dog, and then it would have it move off.
Well, they used its full movement to get there.
Did it? Oh, okay. Then I guess
I assume its movement is 30.
that's a good question. 40 feet, actually.
All right, so then it would be able to back off.
Yeah. And then Christiana will step up, take her turn.
All right. Does
Come,
Does Mowbray?
wait, sit.
I'm sorry. I have Mowbray here. Does Christiana want to step up?
Yes.
Okay.
It's paralyzed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Go bitch slap it. Oh, plus you don't have disadvantage for being close.
Right.
Other than you are squishy.
Yes.
But it's
She could
paralyzed.
move
But it's
up,
paralyzed.
bitch slap it, and back off.
Unless it rolls to not be paralyzed.
Yeah. Next turn.
But
Well,
she,
you-
she
but-
still could move.
Your
I
turn's
will
not
back
done.
off,
Your
yeah.
turn's not done.
Because it won't get an opportunity attack, so you can back off. It's that-
So
can
now
move fish slap.
we should get a sense of the true power of Christiana.
Really?
Auto crits. How many attacks? What are you gonna do?
Let's see how much I can string together. Because it's stacking things, right?
Yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah. After Christiana is you.
That is true, because I can do the -5
Yeah.
to attack, which gives me a +10 to the attack damage. So if it's auto crit, then take
Mhm.
that, right?
Talk through it.
Okay, so 1d6 +5. I'm gonna need
That's
to-
11.
Okay, 11 plus roll the d6.
Oh, no, how about so? This is a one attack, right?
Yeah.
11 on okay. Plus what?
Plus I roll.
Now you're gonna
6,
roll it. 11 plus 6.
Plus
Let's do. How many attacks do you get first?
2 attacks.
Just the 2? No bonus action or other?
If I use my dagger, then I could have 2 dagger attacks and then a crossbow.
Okay.
I'm starting to
But
I
that's,
thought no. You get to use your your bonus action for that crossbow
I'm
again.
gonna make a variation.
Yeah, that's you get to shoot.
Did you make that?
I thought it was if I do
This was just a round.
There's no loading.
when you use the attack action and
sneak,
attack with a one-handed weapon, you can
Yeah.
bonus action with the hand crossbow.
I don't know if I did that
Right.
in my scroll.
The crossbow's a
file or
one,
I
the
might
hand
have
crossbow's a
done it
one-handed
in
weapon.
drill the hole
I
out.
assumed that was a separate. But
No.
Okay, so
Yeah.
3 attacks then.
3 attacks.
Okay.
So now we're up to 22.
Now that I think about it.
Or I'm sorry, 33 plus
33.
3d6 plus whatever. One
So-
attack is one
33 automatically.
Yeah.
Plus 10 on each.
plus 10 on each,
Yeah.
plus another 30. So now we're up to.
Plus there's the 1d6 on each from
All
the
right,
crimson.
we'll slow down. Let me catch up. 3 times 11 plus 3 times 10
Yeah, so
is 60.
3.
63.
63
Yeah.
plus.
Plus 2d6 on each. Plus 5 on each. So plus 15. So 63 plus 50 is 78.
78
But it's gonna be
Plus-
attached with hinges.
Was that
I'm just
66?
doing it dark, so it looks more like a chest.
plus 6. So this thing just becomes as you bring out your
How I imagine is like she
Yeah, go ahead.
knows the weak spots.
Yeah.
And she just like stands there and like pop, 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 and it just like
absolutely.
Is she shooting it?
Yeah,
the
she
crossbow.
she has this crossbow. She her hand cross whoops out, and she just takes this Western like in each of the joints, and the arm falls off. Arm falls
Yeah.
off. Leg falls off. The head falls
John
off.
Wick is what she's doing.
Right, it's not like it's
Headshot.
not like a huge like not a lot of flair, just like walks up and like boom 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 and then it just
And not that she does, but she goes.
Yeah.
next.
She turns around and she looks at Gloin, looks at Ruckus, and gives a nod, and just walks a lot like the badass girl that she is.
In spirit.
Come on,
Is it
Delta.
dead?
Oh yeah, it's
It's
those,
I wasn't sure where
those
we
like
were with hit
80
points.
or 90 hit
yeah.
points, or something like that. I hope that's enough.
Yeah.
top of everything
Oh,
else.
you may never do that again. No. Yeah, I mean, shooting something paralyzed was that's a good thing for you.
Yes.
One here, one here, one here.
Oh, you mean I have a target that's not moving?
And you can get
And I'm within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third vertebrae.
Well, the reality is, she
hip
look
bone.
as you say. Oh yeah, she was within 5 feet. She goes, that didn't matter.
It actually, well, for the auto crit, it does. Everything else, it
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like she's like measuring like right here, and one down.
because one of the features is the range doesn't have any effect. So I can up to 120 feet and I can get full damage.
And
Jeez.
cover doesn't matter.
And cover doesn't matter.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I shot a robin 100 yards away.
it's a good turn.
Yeah,
Bonus
I
action?
think that was
Movement?
bonus action. I used that as one of the attacks.
All right. That was Christiana Barkworm. You just saw this thing just fall to the ground in pieces.
Where's Olak? I'll run through everybody.
Oh,
5,
very
10, 15,
Yes.
20, 25, 30.
I should be able to see him.
No, not yet. You
You call out.
got a dash?
You get there just in time to see him dragged off into the.
He's not dragged off yet.
I will use my action to dash.
5, 10, 15, 20,
You run into him.
25. Oh, there he is. As you see him staring off into the fog to his left.
I can see the tentacles probably.
The tentacles have just retracted above the. You can't see as they go out of sight.
I will. I will move my tome up to the top of that. I gotta see how far I can send it, but I think it's up to 60 feet.
I'm gonna
so
have to make a token for that.
let me see.
Use a spiritual weapon for now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm looking for it. How far I can move it. Ugh. It has a dark vision with a range of 60 feet, which doesn't matter. Oh, I hate it when it does this. Yeah, unoccupied space within 60 feet of me.
So you send it into the fog where you can't see
Towards it.
Towards yeah.
But I do want to keep it like not in its face, right? I want to be able to. I know that I have about 10 feet that I can see.
Yeah. Beyond 10 feet, you don't know where
So
it's at.
I'm sending it up
Yeah. Yeah.
above me.
Yeah.
So whatever the
The
distance.
way
of
I see it
the hill
is you
is.
send it forward, it hits the
bluff.
wall and floats up until it gets beyond the wall.
Yeah, and I can see through it. So
Okay.
um,
As it gets to the top of the, you see another one of these creatures.
okay.
It's like a spiritual weapon? Or it's,
I'm
it's an
using-
actual weapon?
It's like a friendly.
Oh,
Yeah.
familiar?
It's like a
Split it with you,
familiar,
whatever.
but I can do everything from it, and it don't
flavor
get the
did you use?
restrictions of movement on my end.
So it's a hammer that's floating around.
It's not
that
a
you can
hammer.
see-
Oh,
It's-
give him a
it's
shot.
my tome. It's my spell.
Oh, the book.
Yeah, it's my spell book, but it's it's like a ghost. It's not a real hard thing. It's hard to destroy,
And you can see through it.
and I can cast my spells through it.
Nice.
I like it.
It's like the D&D drone.
Yeah.
Drone attack.
So that's my bonus action. Yeah.
I really need to reevaluate my spells. I'm feeling
In
behind
future
on the
turns,
stuff.
you can.
Right now, I can't cast anything but a bonus action. So
I feel you. However, the whole discovering the freedom of movement.
Yeah, that was very helpful with these guys.
yeah, I only have one thing, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm
And
good.
Whole monster was helpful
I'm
with this
done.
guy. I have that Russian.
Okay.
Tried that.
Strider. Barkram just bolted, ran
Alrighty.
further down the path.
Yep. So I will follow. I can go 35 feet normal movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So you get
Oh, hey, Barbara. What do we got here?
What's it got? Oh.
you look off into the dense fog and you don't see anything.
And I would be.
You know, I mean, you point.
You just
Something's
said,
up
yeah.
there.
There's one up there on top of the bluff.
And I can't see his fancy weapon.
No.
It doesn't glow enough. All
It's
right.
too far away.
Too far away. All right.
It gives
well,
off dim light, but it wouldn't be enough.
It wouldn't be enough. Got it. All right. Somewhere up there, huh? Okay. Let's see. Well,
I might give you artillery coordinates, but
yeah, right. Launch it in there.
My inclination is make this invisible, but that just hurts Ken, and it's not fair to Ken.
I can see it on your screen.
And he can always see it on my screen.
But we don't. But again, we don't know. We don't know exactly where it is.
Yeah,
Noel does looking
up there somewhere on the
Yeah.
the bluff.
All right.
So what's your flying thing?
it's my tome.
Your book?
It's kind of new. It's unique.
It's his,
Yeah.
it's his tome drum.
Does it like,
My
turn
tome
into like a
drum.
butterfly? Like, does it flap its pages?
No, it's
and-
just floats.
was it like reading Rainbow?
I like the visual of it
Something
flapping
where
its
the
pages,
the
though.
books like fly.
Yeah, I like the flapping book.
I like the flapping book better.
Okay.
Jelly
It's like
bean
the
giant with
keys
a
to the
flapping
first Harry
book.
Potter movie.
Yeah.
Strider, what are you doing?
7 point you choose within range. Got a lot of range.
It's spiritual, so if you fireballs it or something, it's not going to hurt it. Nice.
It can be killed. It can be destroyed.
Let's
But I don't want to tell DM how.
You still have your book in your
I
hand?
already had a plan here.
Do you still have your book in your hand and this is like a spiritual copy? Or
No,
is-
that's
was
my
it-
spell book.
Oh, okay.
So if it gets destroyed, I have to wait 8 hours and pray and do stuff.
Reconjure.
Get it back.
Center a point you choose within a point I choose
I still have
within
my
range.
staff.
Well, it's certainly
My
within
staff is
range.
powerful.
It is 15, 14 feet up.
Yeah. Well, range is 300.
Okay.
So yeah, we will. I'm gonna put my 20-foot radius, 40-foot diameter insect plague.
All right.
So even if I put it at the edge of the bluff,
Yeah, so it ends at the edge of the bluff. So, all right.
insect plague, 5th level, and swarming, biting locust fill a 20-foot radius sphere, center on the point you choose. Range for the duration, slightly obscured. The sphere's area is difficult terrain for him now.
Okay.
When this area appears, each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw. Fail, preferably.
Okay.
And they will take
20-foot radius.
Yeah, so 40-foot diameter, big helmet.
Damn.
And that's all difficult terrain for it too. So if he tries to run, he's going to have trouble. And
That's a hell of a swarm of bugs.
yeah, buddy. And
It's about 20 feet radius, right?
You don't have to worry.
That looks
a little bit big.
that looks a little big.
Boy.
Looks like
As a
four-
shark,
If
they
my-
do,
5,
you're
10,
right
15,
If my
20.
alarm was 20
You're-
feet.
you're
that
right.
seems big.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
if I was inclined to go run
23. All right, I'm a little big.
A little big, but it's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yes.
Constitution failing throw.
I might not take damage, but I still don't want to get harpooned by one of these things.
No.
Failed.
Excellent.
I think
I don't know.
Features.
Adamantium
Yeah, I-
could
I-
pierce adamantium.
I'm immune to the damage, but I'm not bulletproof.
So it could pierce you.
It could pierce me.
Drag-
18
grab me,
points.
Right. It just
I assume piercing.
wouldn't hurt.
Let's see. Let's look at this.
Well,
That
that's
makes
Hard to
sense.
understand. I can
Where is
pierce,
it?
but it doesn't hurt.
well, it's sort of like a vampire. If you don't stab it in the heart,
It's an insect.
Yeah.
Where-
I imagine all these tiny insects biting at it.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Okay. It was 18.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, piercing. Yeah, it says right there. Sorry. I know it doesn't.
Does it persist?
Yeah, it's concentration for up to 10 minutes.
All right.
So
nice.
there you go.
Okay. So it's going to reach out. It's going to grab your book.
It can't grab it. It's a ghost.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's an apparition.
Well, he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. He goes, whoosh, whoosh.
Good. He's distracted.
It's tough for him to leave.
Yeah. And I'm just going to move him off the screen. He's not off the screen, but to say you don't know where he is,
We can't see him.
he's moved. All right. Now, on his turn, does he need to make another saving throw?
Let's see here. Creature must also make this saving throw when it enters the spell's area for the first time, or on turn, or ends its turn there. When it appears, they have to make the throw. Okay, so
So it ends its turn there. So it
depending on how far he can move, if at any point in the course of his movement he was still in there, he'd have to do it again.
Do the saving throw again?
Yes.
and it's difficult terrain too. So
Right. So
You
he's
roll your
slower.
damage again.
Yep. 22.
Okay. Okay. That was Strider's, and its turn. Glowing. You're all the way up here. This thing's laying in a pile.
Of no further interest. My movement's only 25 feet, so I'm not going to get there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Put you here. That's pretty generous.
Yeah. And of course, I can't even.
You can't
them.
see.
I can't see anything. I can't see the. So
You can see vegetation kind of to your left and right.
you can dash if you want to use up your turn.
Yeah, just go ahead and dash up to the guys.
Where would you like to end? You can end here, here, here. Where would you like to end?
Behind Strider.
All right,
I
you're
like
behind.
Strider's a target.
Yeah. You're behind
Seems to
Strider.
be so good at it.
And just as you arrive and you hear me saying it's moved off,
Yeah.
I can see through.
Well, it's moved at least 5 feet away
Yeah.
from your book thing. All right. That's Strider. That's Glowing. Olak.
I book drone.
Tome drone.
You just heard
Well,
Barkworm say he thinks it's moved off. It's gone
all
away.
right, let's keep going then. So I'm gonna
Press down the path.
continue on. Yeah, stay on the path, continue on. Minnie will stay just behind me.
Yeah. You go up to this T and you'll probably wait for the group to catch up with you.
Yes. If we're at a T, we'll wait for everyone.
You hear a buzzing sound from the east.
Oh, crap. Good point.
Well, that seems like a direction we should not go.
Like there's some wall of insects.
A plague, you might say.
Perhaps a plague. Ruckus.
It sounds rather plague-like.
Ruckus. You're shaking off the teeth, and
Yep.
it's all dead. Move and dash.
I was tempted to try to sever this thing and bring the spike with me, but we had enough trouble with this thing's tough hide. So yeah, come on, puppy, and
Yeah. So just for
You're not
story's
gonna take her
sake,
hand and walk with her?
you're gonna stay. This is all happening in the same 6 seconds,
Yeah.
right? So I assume that Mowbray and the dog would move off with at the same time.
so yes. So point of order, I was not here when y'all did what happened inside the magic lamp stays inside the magic lamp part of the adventure. Did the two of them actually go to the same room?
No,
I wasn't here either, but
Oh, great!
That's why we-
But-
So you all pipped us out while we weren't here.
who knows what happened when
Only you two know what really happened. We know.
Yeah, but
so above the table, I would. This is like meta above the table.
It's hovering well above
We're hovering well above. It would be fun to play it as. Who knows?
Nobody
what
else
happened.
knows, and nobody even saw them walking off together. That's what I'm getting at.
We
What they-
might have seen you heading to the honeymoon suite wing of the mansion.
It would have been the pool.
Yeah, it would have been the.
Yeah.
The pool. Because one of the things of your mansion is, right, this is where you're using to spend your
Oh,
time
that's true. I'm using it for my ocean time.
to keep your submersion. And so, the hot tub. You
The
like
Olympic-sized hot tub.
you like the hot tub, and you know, come join me in the hot tub to rest your worry and be. Not you, Barkworm. Keep your green, hairy.
You can go, some of the servants can hose you off in the.
Keep your jolly green ass out of my hot tub.
Furry jelly.
Some of the servants can hose you off in the larder.
All that fur will get stuck in the trap.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Clog
that.
the filter.
I wasn't going to be the one who said it though, but I was thinking that.
Clog the filter. What the?
You go to the salon and have some of the servants shave off some of that moss while they're at it. Okay.
It's all the flavor.
Okay. So. So yes, I will say, you know, that so far he's not giving her any special treatment. It's still kind of last I knew it was still very much cold shoulder. They had a
Détente.
a frosty truce going.
Yeah, and you're probably working through that. I would like to think you're working through that. Discussing the theories of what his order might be able to do for the lycanthrope.
That's how we spent yesterday evening. Yeah.
You don't like these stories.
That's what you're trying to convince the group, and everybody else is like, right.
All right. You follow the path further down. I assume you retrieve your book.
It floats back to me.
And Ola comes to another T in the road.
I'm not going towards the bug.
Yeah.
You hear the insect plague off to the east. So
There's a lot of sound. We should go away from it.
Can you move it?
So
or is
maybe
it
the
just
left, right,
stuck there?
left.
Okay.
But it's there for 10
Theory.
minutes. It'll cover our back at least a little bit. It'll
Yeah.
force them. If they're going to come, they're going to have to come from a direction we know because
Yep.
that's tough terrain and they're going to get chewed on a lot.
all right. As we move forward, you walk for quite a while. As I move you through the mist here, we can move. The next encounter I have for you.
That's 3 down, right?
That is
Yes.
3 down.
3 to 5.
3 out of 5. Okay.
And they only get more powerful.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 thumbs way up.
So we just keep walking. They seem to keep finding us.
What
see
what were the specifics about the next one?
The
Well,
big two-headed
the
thing.
next
Well, we
two
don't know which one we're gonna-
the next two you didn't have much more. This one you had the specifics of the grappling arms.
Right.
You were aware of that. The other two you're not aware of their special attack.
Okay.
You're not remembering it.
Okay.
I'm sure it would come to you after.
when it bashes your head.
Oh, that's what they do.
When the dungeon master refreshes his memory of what they do, maybe you'll remember. All right. As I grab all these, put them in some amount of order, and so I can grab them all.
Is it the order we want?
It's close.
I think so.
It's close.
I'm good with it. That's what it was
Yeah,
before.
looks good.
At least
Yeah.
for me.
We re-roll initiative.
We did
Next time
re-roll.
we encounter
We're
something,
calling that. We'll re-roll it again when we get, depending on how it works. Yeah, but if you have an objection, state it and we'll move. You're following the path again through the thick mist, and you're following this bluff, all the while very aware that this is a good ambush spot. And yet nothing happens as you follow this bluff. Eventually, you come to an opening, and you come to a
Water source.
a big pond. You hear the crashing of water somewhere off, and the mist And actually, you step out of the mist and you see this beautiful lagoon. Beautiful lagoon with a waterfall off on the far side of it, crashing. Nice blue waters. And as you walk up to it... Oh, come on. But your spider senses might be tingling a little bit.
Make a try.
Are you gonna jump in, Ruckus?
I was just thinking about it.
I think you should.
It's not seawater. It doesn't do me any special good, but
It's definitely no mountains.
I
My
thought we
skin's probably
said
kinda dried
we
out
didn't
by
say it
now,
had.
you know?
We didn't say it had to be seawater.
It didn't.
It could be freshwater. We can check that outside of game,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure we said it could be freshwater.
Freshwater shark. Great.
Oh. So the sea, but then parentheses fully submerged in water. So
Right.
if you're going to give me that, great.
Yeah, seawater is a little bit too hard to.
Restrictive.
When your cure for lycanthropy is in the middle of a desert. Potential cure.
Potential cure.
So that's what you see. You see this lagoon full of water with a waterfall off in the distance. Yeah, go ahead.
And the water is at our level, or it's down a cliff?
No,
or-
it's and this is my
This is a
photo.
rocky shore.
It's a rock. Yeah. But it's just you can step into it.
Okay.
I think the better question is, can you resist?
And we can actually see over the water, so there's no fog over the water.
You know, this area, the fog has disseminated. You can see the beautiful waterfall. Off in the middle, there seems to be maybe turtles? Kind of raw, one or two 5-foot wide, big ass turtles kind of rolling on top of each other.
Hey.
You hear. That's another story time. The prior administration, on our honeymoon, we went to the St. Louis Zoo. And we're walking through the zoo and we hear. We walked to another area, and off this we hear. And we finally come to the tortoise exhibit. Big ass tortoise, one mounted on the other. The little girl says, "What are they doing? Why are they making that noise?"
They're wrestling.
Yeah. No, see, I was just laughing because you made that noise, and then the next thing you said was on our honeymoon. And then I stopped right there.
So
Funny
anyway,
story.
out in the middle of the lagoon, you hear this from two what seem like they're turtles.
Amorous turtles.
Nothing else. I mean, looking up the shore around.
Yeah, you look off to the sides and you get within 5 feet of that shore. That mist is still there.
And the path kind of goes along. Looks like
You can see the
along
path
shore.
goes north. It goes along the shore in either direction.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Ruckus will go
Ruckus, be careful.
take a quick dip.
So you wade out into it. You take a dive.
And I can turn into a full-blown shark, and I can buzz around 50 feet in a turn.
Sure. As you fully submerge yourself into the water, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's
No,
see.
there's no traps here.
11.
Oh,
Yeah, as you go under the water and you turn into a shark, you just get the sense that this is not the fresh water that it's seen from above. That the bluish color of the water that was at the surface, this is a murky grayish brown, and you take 20 points of poison damage, unless you're immune.
Not poison.
Just everything else.
20 points?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And you get the sense that you don't want to stay in this
Yeah.
water. So you swim around and you jump out, water fleeing off the sides. I kind of like in our movie preview, right, where she jumps on the back of the horse and transforms. You come out of the water and you transform back into Were-Shark, the heroic stance. And you
Puke.
you throw. You don't want to get in that water. Now, you look back over and
Clearly didn't have a separated sewer around here.
you tell the rest it's an illusion.
Yeah, it's not. It is nasty, murky water down below. This is some kind of
And
it's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
Minnie can see the real thing.
Hold on.
You're 20 points late.
And as you all look to Minnie as he
I knew that.
he was waving his hands, pointing at the water, or actually he didn't know you were looking at an illusion. That's what the problem was. He couldn't. He doesn't know what you see.
Oh, he sees it plainly.
He sees it plainly.
Oh, so like Ruckus was going to jump in, he'd be like, does it speak or does it just wave and beep? What's that, R2? Okay.
Now, I think we said, Olak, didn't we say you could understand him?
I think we did, but I don't have that written down anywhere, so no. Maybe a general vibe.
And you see those turtles that were frolicking, they're coming towards you now.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Are they an illusion?
Probably.
Well, the turtles might have been an illusion.
But what's coming?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Can you look through Minnie's eyes at all?
Nope.
Where you guys have? Or wait. Okay. Well, we doing initiative or how are we doing this?
Yeah, we're gonna do initiative. Go ahead and roll initiative, guys, because you can see them coming.
Oh,
I have not.
10 or no 4.
All right, I'll ask you again here in a second. Please
still-
roll, and I'll
I
ask
still
you when
want to
I'm
be
ready.
puking. Boatmaker.
Oh, straight out of the movie. Came up through the Gulf Stream. License plate.
Yeah.
See, I can't remember. We spilled out all over the dock.
Olak,
18.
Ruckus,
4.
nice. Christiana,
16.
Barkworm,
9.
Strider.
The other 9.
Who wants to go first?
I'm closer.
Done.
All right. I'm changing you to an 8. Gloin.
2.
I love you guys.
How
See,
far
he
away-
just mops up. He's batting cleanup with
Like
the
how far
fireball,
away
right?
is it?
After we soften him up, he just comes in and goes,
I'm sure fireballs will work very good in a murky pond.
Ken, how far away are those? Do you just measure it?
They, from Minnie, they're 60 feet. From Mowbray, they are 70 feet.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that as they come, they come towards you. They sink underwater for a while, and they come back up. They sink back underneath the water for a while.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're not alone.
Yay.
They're really not alone.
Oh dear. Oh boy.
Is that 10? That count?
Maybe
That are
That-
on this
Yes.
map currently?
that are on the map currently. Sure, 10. All right, Olak. You see these two that were turtles have kind of transformed in that same same sorrowful, fleshy, alien skin, and seem to be swimming towards you.
Cool. Okay. So
Cool.
this is a new one, right? Does not look like one we've faced
Correct.
before? Okay. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
So they need to, both of them need to make a dexterity saving throw. And hopefully at least one of them fails.
All right. Dexterity, a 10 and a 13.
Haha, they both fail. Okay. So that is...
Oh, they're sparkly.
Okay, so now any attack roll against the affected creature has advantage if the attacker can see it.
Okay.
And the affected creature can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay.
So that's Olok's turn, and then Minnie's going to take some shots at... Are they above the water or below the water?
They're swimming, so their heads are above the water.
Okay. And I don't think Minnie's going to actually do anything, because that seems silly to shoot arrows at a head. Minnie will dodge.
But he has the advantage. Right?
To target just the head?
So it head would be like undercover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, I get with advantage. Maybe that makes sense. Okay,
Do
we'll
what
do
you
it.
want.
We'll try
No,
out the
do what
with
you
advantage
want.
macro.
I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about the cover aspect. So you do what you want.
Cover chart somewhere in here.
Yeah, we'll go for it. Why not? Okay, the closest one, Minnie will target.
Yep.
All right, we got a 15.
Yeah, they all miss. No, oh, the 22 will hit. I'll give you the 22.
Hold on, they all miss.
The 22.
Oh, with the choice. Okay.
The 22 will
All
hit.
right. Oh boy, these are nasty buggers.
Well, you're also only seeing the head. They have
Yes.
like 90% cover.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So 6 piercing.
Okay.
Oh, could I? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, 6 piercing, of course, didn't seem to do as much damage as you'd hoped.
Well, I was hoping for 3, so I'm hoping it did as much damage.
Okay, well, it did as much damage as you'd hoped.
Okay. That's our turn.
All right. That's your turn. And Christiana, as they get closer, you realize these are the hardest ones.
Oh no, we've skipped the others.
You've missed one.
Look the law, we have missed one.
one.
You skipped the triple dog dare and went right.
That's right.
So we can say that they're not more tortoises now, that there's something else?
Yeah, so
So
when Ruckus revealed the truth of it, you all looked harder and you could see that this is not the blue lagoon that you were hoping for, and those tortoises transformed into these alienish creatures, and that's when you could see the trueness. You saw through the illusion that the water turned putrid. You know you don't want to go in there.
Well, I don't have much option stand and fight, right?
Yeah, you could duck in back into the fog.
Walk away. But they're coming towards us.
Okay, so she's gonna fire off some shots at the. I'm assuming it's the front one that.
The one that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So do I get
Oh.
advantage on all my?
I was gonna say they've got
You
fairy
do get
fire,
advantage.
but then they've got cover. Right?
Yes,
So-
I'm giving them a
Yeah.
Not for me.
You ignore cover. She
Oh.
ignores cover.
Cool.
Yeah.
But then you got advantage to hit them.
Yeah.
Because they're lit up.
So your 3 attacks with advantage.
So do you want to shoot them in the left or the right eye socket? That's
Oh, where we're at.
Okay, I'll just roll sequentially. So 18.
No, it's,
Oh,
it's,
18 to hit, and then 29 to hit.
so she's just like, not even looking left nostril. Right in
And
your
a
lobe.
25 to hit.
Yeah, they all hit.
Okay.
The 18 even hit. Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's some
that's
Buffy the Vampires there.
9. I'll just roll through it.
Now these are all magical piercing.
Yeah, so I'll do the magical piercing first, and then I'm gonna go back and do the lightning damage.
Okay.
So that's 22 plus 9 is 31.
Magical piercing.
Magical piercing.
All right.
Get the magical long range taser.
So all the magical piercing is halved.
Okay.
So
Kind
15,
of expected that, yeah.
15.
And then 5 points of lightning damage.
All right. So that's your first one, or is that all three?
That's all 3 together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, good start.
Do you not get a d6 for each of them?
I did. I rolled it together. 3d6.
Oh. Oh, and you just rolled extremely poorly.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 2.
So sad.
All right. Movement.
Uh,
Well, you would have had. So I'm going to say,
yeah, let's say she.
as long as you're within 10 feet of the shore, you can see without any
Okay.
restriction. So you moved up within 10 feet of the shore. Now it's a question of, do you want to stay within 10 feet of the shore?
Now, if you step back, do you step in the fog?
You step into the fog.
That's good. That's a hard choice.
I mean, they can't see you either, right? Presumably.
Right. Yeah. so she would-
Presumably, yeah.
Presumably, yeah. So she would step back.
All right, you just take a step back, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just inside the fog.
Just inside the fog.
All right. And Ruckus, I didn't really give you that choice. Did I do you too? Olak,
I
I
didn't
didn't.
have my turn yet.
Olak, I didn't give you that choice. Would you like to take a step back as well?
I would not, but I think Minnie would.
All right, we'll put Manny back here. All right. Moving on to Barkworm.
Okay, so what do I see at this point? There's
You see
Just
off
those two?
those two, but you can see off in the distance. There's more coming.
Oh.
and they all are coming. And how far away are the other ones that I can see far away?
90 feet.
All right.
So Christian will say, well, "We only need to kill one. Let's focus on the glowing one."
Which one?
This one here.
That one right there.
Paralyze something that's swimming, does it sink?
No.
And you said that
Or
one's
does it
within
float?
60 feet.
It would do whatever it normally. It just couldn't
Yeah.
move itself.
Yeah.
So if it normally.
Well, if you're
floats, it would
paralyzed in
float.
water, you would float.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Unless
What
you've
did you
just
say?
exhaled, in which case you're.
The one that's in fairy fire is within 60 feet.
Yes.
I am
Is how far was
going
that?
to cast
45-ish.
Oh, okay.
These are the baddies, so I guess we need to use the big spells on these.
Yep.
Unleash hell.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Sunbeam,
Mm-hmm.
and on those two, it's a 5-foot wide, 60-foot beam of sunlight,
Okay.
and they had to make a Constitution fail
Is it like
of
like
16.
is it vertical or is it like coming
So
from
one
you?
failed, one passed,
Yeah.
and sorry,
Is it like vertical or is it
It's from
originating
me,
at?
yeah.
Okay, so coming from you.
yeah, from my hand. So one failed, takes 6d8 radiant, and is blinded.
You want?
Success takes half.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll that now. Ooh, what's the number? 4, 11, 17, 20, 29. So both take, one takes 29, the other one takes half that.
Yeah, 14.
14, yeah.
And Christiana is saying, by the way, these things are friggin' tough.
And so that one is
Not like tough, friggin' tough.
and so you'll see that flash of light just beam out and hit them.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
They get a bit of sunburn.
yeah, it stays there. Seems
You kind of see them wince. They probably sink under the water for a second before they come back up. Just
so
shake
that-
off the
I will back up to the edge of the fog, to where the fog
to
begins.
inside the fog or
Yeah.
outside inside the fog.
so I can still see clearly.
So is that like a
Not in the fog.
You're not in the fog. You're
Back up towards the fog.
You were kind of already there.
Okay.
So is that like a constitution, like a beam that stays, or is it?
So every turn I get to move it.
Oh, so that beam stays.
Yeah. I get to reposition it. This is my big baddie spell. One of the big baddies. If they were all closer together, I would have done mass suggestion. Had them go build a castle on the other side of the fog.
I suggest you kill yourself. I know it's not allowed.
can't, yeah.
You can't.
So that'll remind us there's a beam because it's much wider than that, right?
It's 5 foot wide.
5 foot wide.
So you're now like the lighthouse of death.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Nice against Strahd.
It's their turn. As they duck underneath the water, they swim forward. And what is their movement? So we said it was 45 feet. And so they will move and...
Hello.
No, they're going to move
Okay, well, you're
to
good for me.
here and submerge underwater. So you can no longer see them.
Okay, oh, well, crap.
Do the glowing lights from fairy fire help us see them?
That's a great point. In the murky water, and they're probably not submerged that much, and they're probably not
They
aware.
should dim light. Dim
So
light in the 10-foot radius.
I mean, it's
That's what the actual word is.
I'm gonna say you know where they're at.
We all do.
Yep.
And you did hear
You can
me say that they're
because
blinded.
because of the fairy fire, they're under the water right there.
So does for a spell that says that you can see, does that count as you can see?
I'm gonna say yes. They don't know that, but I'm gonna say yes because of the fairy fire. They're 5 feet under, 5-ish, something less than 5 feet under the water. They may not be aware that you can see them in the fairy fire. What did you say?
They're blinded. I want to make sure you were aware that they're blinded.
Oh, so they have disadvantage if they attacked, right? For a round.
Yep.
Every time they're hit by it,
Yeah,
they
on
probably
my
hit.
bonus action,
Even the one that passed the saving throw.
he's not. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
I would move my.
On your turn, you would.
I would have done it during that turn, but whatever.
You can do it during their turn.
It's a bonus action movement.
You would do
I
it
would-
during
yeah, I
your
would do it
turn
during my
as a
turn.
bonus action.
Yeah.
Where would you move it?
Just 30 feet over by Ruckus somewhere.
So you would re-angle it?
For the next turn. Change the direction from the beam.
But you cast it. On your,
I
your
cast it
turn.
on me.
Yeah.
But my next turn, I
your
can
next turn, not
use
right
my.
now.
Use
Well,
my
it says
focus.
as a bonus action, he can move it.
Oh.
No. You're misunderstanding.
Oh.
So the tome, I want to move 30 feet.
Oh,
On my bonus action.
not your,
Not the beam.
not the beam.
Next turn, I will reuse the beam from my tome.
Right. So we need your.
Yeah. It's my mechanics. I'm still learning my mechanics for this thing.
So you have your tome.
Yeah,
I gotta get a book.
that's okay.
And
We all
you-
know what it is for
You move it over to Ruckus.
other side of Ruckus, or whatever 30 feet from me.
Well, that's only
That's
15.
where I want it.
That's only 15. So,
Okay.
all right, you put it there. Now on their turn, they move forward. On their
They're
turn,
underwater. Yeah.
they move forward. They're probably not as obvious. All right.
Starting to think I should have used the mass saved the mass suggestion.
Let's see here. That was their turn.
I got it back.
Why did I lose it? Oh, there it is. Strider, you're up.
All right.
There, you don't. You can just see this glowing light under the water.
Swell. Yeah. Being that there's so many, I think we could use.
And you can see off in the distance heads bob up and go under. You wait a couple seconds, they bob up, they're a little bit closer, and they go back under.
Swell. Well, we're in this woodsy area with all kinds of nature.
Absolutely.
I would like to. I don't know however we did it last time, Dave. Bottom line is I want to try to bring up to 3 giant spiders. I want to build our forces here. We're going to be outmanned.
Bring in some fodder.
You want the spiders?
I do want the spiders.
Bring in the spiders.
Do you know which spider specifically we used?
Those right there.
Because
Just made them move.
this goes back into that conversation of what giant spiders are. We're going to have to investigate. When you cast that, what version of the spider do you really get? Does it give you the named spider? Does it say giant wolf spider or...
No, it simply says in the very first sentence, you transform up to 10 centipedes, which I'm not asking for, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion within range into giant versions of their natural forms for the duration.
Yeah.
So giant spider to me is I don't know whether D&D has giant wolf versus giant.
They do.
They do. Okay. Well.
Yeah. So
okay, DM. So
gonna-
whatever spiders are indicative of this region.
Oh yeah.
Or wasp or centipedes.
Right.
So-
Well, no spider.
In real world, a tarantula is bigger than my hand, right? It might be something like that, right? If we call it a giant version of that, it'd be the size of a dog. We'll call it a medium-sized creature, perhaps, right? So that would be a giant version of a natural spider. Now, in D&D world, they have giant spiders that are already that size.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you these humanoid-sized spiders. Command copy.
But then, what stats are we using then?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're going to look that up for next week when we come back. Well, we have a half hour, and we'll see how this goes. So you step into the wilderness, and you come up to a tree, and you just know there's spiders in that tree. There's got to be, right? And you summon them forth, and they increase in size. Oh, they say they're giant wolf spiders. Since that's what I've got here, that's what you use. You can.
I will look that up.
You will look that up. And these particular giant wolf spiders, they grow to 5 foot space, medium-sized creature size.
Okay.
So whatever, even though that might say they're there, that's what these spiders grow into. They grow into these giant wolf spiders.
All right.
All right. So you've summoned them. Can you do anything else?
I will. Bear with me here 1 second. I will. Because that's a concentration thing. Can I do the other one? No, I can't. Okay. Because that would be stacking I can't do. You know what? I will.
How are we gonna take?
I'll
that
just.
tenant?
I'll.
You don't need to.
I know. Still, we're gonna get tracked with.
What'd you say?
Get one and run.
Exactly.
I'll
That's
just.
been my plan up to this point.
I'll just. I guess I'll. In case they're doing something ranged, I'll.
So you're a good 15 feet back into the cover.
Okay. Okay, so I moved. I did the spell to get my minions. I think that's the most I can do. Bonus action is for something that I can't do because I need concentration for that.
All right,
so-
Ruckus, you're up. You can take it.
Okay.
Wasn't that much damage.
Dude.
Just 2d12.
So, one of them has fairy fire, or they both do?
These two coming at you,
Yeah.
they're glowing just underneath the water. You can see those
So
two.
we're counting it as we can see them. Okay.
Yeah. Depending on the effect you choose, I might manipulate it, but
Yep. So,
Okay, Miyagi.
you create a bolt of lightning that
Nice.
arcs towards the target you can see within range. We'll get to the rest of it in a minute. So, Dex 18 failing throw.
Dex 18 failing throws.
And we'll say the one on the whichever one's been hit more is my target
Dex.
here.
Dex. 2 fails.
Because it hit the one and then it arcs to the next one.
All right. Same damage for both.
I believe so.
I would think that
Yes.
the primary would be the one that had already taken damage.
Yeah, but I think they both take the same.
Okay.
As many as each is 30 feet. Target be a creature object. Yes. Okay. So they both failed.
They both failed.
So
You're looking at. You want to do 200 points of damage right now. That's what you want to do.
really. Well, so I can use sorcery points to re-roll up to, I think it's 6 dice. All right. Yeah. Okay. So hang on. I need to keep track of this. So I'm going to do 8, 3, 1. Okay. So I'm going to re-roll 2. Okay. 2, 3, 4. So change that to 8. That was a good use of my sorcery points. 6 and 1 more. Okay. 16, 20 more. 38, 37.
The max.
Don't say anything. 65
65 points of damage.
lightning damage.
Lightning damage. Fantastic. And what do I say? Fantastic. Which is just hilarious to
So
me.
I was tempted to go do it on the other 3 since I could do it to more, but then I heard
Maybe
the
next turn.
consensus of just get these ones and get out of here. So
That was Ruckus Gloin. You're
and I
up.
want to
No, go
back
ahead.
away from the shore too.
Okay. You want to go back into the fog? Or
Um.
do you want to stay out of the fog?
Uh.
So this is in, this is out.
Yeah.
In, out,
In.
in.
I want to be in the fog
And you step in front of Christiana like the brave shark you are.
and step on her foot. Yeah.
Well, you're not a good.
Protect Minnie.
You're not a good dancer. That was Ruckus Gloin.
So cast that.
Okay.
Wide open skies, man. Just saying.
Unobstructed.
What's that mean?
Turn into a dragonfly and nuke them.
You could.
Something bad's gonna happen. I can feel it.
Okay, Leonard. Oh wait.
Your name is Ken, not Leonard. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to embrace it because he was gonna get excited about being a dragon.
Apparently, he hadn't thought of that.
No, not
Oh,
here.
really?
Not here. We're being watched. Just in case you don't realize that, little man. No, I'm going to do a guiding bolt on.
Remember Strahd? He said that every half
Oh,
hour.
we-
The one that's already the weaker one. Yeah.
Yes. It's a ranged spell attack.
You have advantage.
Oh, I do. Oops.
I'm gonna take a.
That was an epic read.
No, it doesn't make any
All right,
difference.
good.
It's 16 plus 9, and I think 25 hits.
Turn 3, 3, 3.
Yeah.
2 and a 1. And then 8, 8, 7,
25
6, 6, 4.
radiant damage. That must have been a bad roll.
25. That's quite a hit.
For 96?
25 points of damage in one attack's a good hit.
I mean 86.
8d6 is 48. Half of 48 is
24.
all right. So you got 25. That's above average.
I'm not an above average.
Welcome to Wake Wobegon.
You're a max damage guy. Anything else? Would you like to stay in the fog or out of the fog? In, out, or this is in, or step back into the.
I'm going to step back into the fog.
Yeah. Okay, glowing Olak.
Okay.
You look to your right and left. And it's like some of your companions have disappeared.
Yep. Okay, we shall. How close are they to me? No, they're
What
not
did you do,
within
Glowing?
10 feet. Doesn't matter.
Glowing do something?
I shall use another shatter.
Yeah, what did you cast?
Another shatter. Okay.
Guiding bolt.
Another shatter. So, Constitution saving throws from them.
Failed. Likely 8 and 9.
Nice.
They are
Oh, yeah,
plus
that fails.
4 though, so 12 and 13.
18 thunder damage.
18 thunder damage each.
And the water goes.
Now there's a big splash. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'll hold my ground.
The dog, you're not gonna send the dog in after it. It's mechanical. It's probably immune to poison.
Well, that's his. That's her dog.
Oh yeah.
My
Oh,
dog.
Oh,
We're
wait,
talking about
that's
Minnie.
right, Minnie. Yes, Minnie will
float it.
come forward, see that they're underwater, and go back.
Okay.
There's no point.
Right.
He can hold an action to throw his bolts at him when they come out of the water.
Do you hear that?
Oh, that's a good point. No, he'll stay in cover. These things are scary.
Mowbray?
He's kind of emotions.
Wes?
They're
I
undercover,
think Minnie
right?
will
So-
go behind
Yes.
Ruckus, though.
They're undercover, but you know where they're at.
Can I shoot arrows through the water?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say I watched what was it? The Mythbusters. And once it hits the water, it loses its
Right.
effectiveness. So I'm gonna say you're
Yeah, but people bow hunt for fish and stuff. I mean, you
But
can hit
it's
stuff.
like inches.
Right under the water.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, but I'm not hearing that these. I mean, they
Yeah.
are approaching the shore. It can't be all that deep unless this is like a
It's a good
sculpted
point.
out crater.
How deep are they in the water?
You did say they went
less than 5 feet. So I'm gonna just knock off another half of the damage.
Okay, it's something.
Is that a quarter? That's quarter damage now.
Quarter damage?
So you step up, so you see the glowing forms underneath the water.
All right. Are these still glowing?
Yeah, they have fairy fire on them,
Yeah.
but they're just underwater.
I didn't remember if that was like one round or what. But...
It's until
I
they
lose concentration.
Oh, okay. And I still have advantage to hit them?
I think I gave it to. Yeah.
Okay.
Or were you going to take it away? You were.
I was about to take it away, but
So that's 31 to hit.
Jeez.
Actually, that might have been in that 20. Let me check.
It was a
Left butt
19.
cheek.
You have a plus 11?
Yeah, I have a plus 11 to hit.
are you doing the minus? You're not doing the minus whatever to get a
Left
bonus to the
third
damage.
I have a
toe.
plus 9.
No, I wasn't. I could. I,
No.
I actually should be.
Yeah. Behind the
Um,
back.
That's a
Under
good
the
point.
Like that guy.
I'm not even looking.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not even
that
looking.
one was the first one was
Bank
nat
shot.
20.
Yeah, off the rocks.
Okay, guys, I can't hear him.
The first one was a nat 20,
Okay.
and then the second one was a 19 for 30. And I should be doing the minus. So if we do the minus 5 to hit on a nat 20, is it still a crit?
All the hard questions.
I don't know. I think
DM says
It's a natural 20.
Nat 20 is a nat 20. I mean, still get a hit either way, but the question is whether you get the
critical.
The critical.
No, I think
It's one or the other.
I think it is, but don't you have to say you're doing the subtracting before you roll
well
for that exact reason?
Would it matter? I mean, so first thing is we have to analyze, do you hit? And so 20 minus 5 is not a hit.
Plus 11.
Plus 11 is a hit. So now I say you do get your critical damage.
Okay.
Because you still hit.
Okay, so I rolled a 5. So the lowest one was a 21.
Lowest to hit is a 21. Okay, they all hit.
Yeah, they all hit. Okay. So now we need to do some math.
Sorry, Leonard.
Engineers and math.
D&D is a game of math. We're just lucky that we have computers now that do most of the math for us.
Yeah, so this is a way I was teaching Ben and Tim how to do math, simple math. Okay, what's 5 plus 3? 8 plus 5.
4 plus 6 plus 7 plus.
Now that's for each creature. How much damage did you do?
Plus 36.
Timmy doing better with his math these days?
A little.
That's plus 8 plus
Twins struggle with math.
15.
Yeah, I'm sure they're struggling at a different level than he is.
So 64 points of piercing damage divided by 4.
You need 64.
64 divided by 4.
So 16.
16, all
Friggin'
right.
little arrows did as much damage as my 6th level spell.
Well, I haven't done the lightning damage yet.
Oh. Yeah, all right. We did it.
Plus 9 divided by 4
It's 2.
is 2 points of lightning damage.
All right. Done.
Done.
And then you move back into the cover of the
Holy
fog.
crap.
Yes.
All right. Christiana, Barkworm.
So I will. They're underwater.
They're
right?
underwater.
But I can still point the beam in the water.
Yeah, it diffracts a little bit, but
But the beam will come from my
Nice win.
my book, my tome, my
Okay.
tome drone.
I would
Go
I'd
ahead.
also like to sear the one I hit with a brand of castigation.
All right. I assume that's the one that's taking more damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't have any effect yet.
Yep.
Yep.
Does that help anybody else or just you?
So
If they
I will move back into the fog behind Gloin. And
Is that like a hunter's mark kind of thing?
kind of, but it also can take damage.
my bonus action is
If it
to
attacks certain people.
do nothing.
Not a lot of damage, but something.
All right. So they do some sort of saving throw, right?
Yes, Constitution, I believe.
14 probably fails.
14 fails.
All right. So they both take damage.
Correct. And it's 68. And then blinded again. So that's 9, 14, 22, 22, 29, 32. That was a good roll.
Okay.
And it
And
was positioned for both of them, right? You broke it out.
okay. And
It's their turn.
their turn as they rush forward.
Did you say they're blinded?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I would
Imagine swimming underwater with your eyes closed.
In murky water.
have Delta move up, kind of like right in front of Minnie. There's a spot there.
Yeah.
Get him, Fido.
All right, Ken, you're about to have a bad day. Now these are going to be
That's a
at,
lie.
these are at disadvantage, but they're going to use their breath weapon on you.
Oh.
So +8 with disadvantage times 4. Here's the first roll. 21 to hit.
I cast shield.
All right, so now what do I need to hit?
You need a 26 or greater.
There's one hit. Oh no, that's with disadvantage because they can't. They're blinded.
Yeah.
Crit negated by a natural 2. As they are flaying around, the air around you is just full of this poison that just fully, and they roar as they don't seem to be making purchase.
Was it they're spewing poison or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Their breath weapon.
Their breath weapon is poison.
But since they're blind, they don't know what they're aiming at.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Thankfully.
So they spray themselves in the face.
Crap. Here come the reinforcements. I should have saved.
This
my-
is not a weapon that you were familiar they had. To your knowledge, they're not supposed to have this ability.
Pulls out her notebook, jotting notes.
Yeah, in the middle of battle.
Send this back to the academy.
But one thing you did, as they reveal themselves from the water, you can see that they were bigger than they first appeared to be when they were out in the water. And you remember, oh yeah, these things get tougher with more damage you deal them.
What? Well, there's some fine print for you.
They get tougher.
Tougher mean they
Harder to
gain
hit.
Pounds?
As in, they do more damage. All right.
So they can still die. They still take the damage.
They're just-
They still take the
Slash
damage.
off.
They just deal more damage. Whenever they take damage, they absorb it and they will deal it back out. But they didn't hit, and so you didn't get it. All right. I think we got 10 minutes. I think we're gonna continue because I think you probably will get one here as we go.
Run.
Strider, you're up.
They're out in the open.
Yeah. So.
But you don't know that.
Oh, because I'm in the fog. Crime eminently Bentley.
I'm sure you're going to rush the shore. At least your spiders will.
Well, yeah, I was going to direct the spiders to the shore.
Skitter, 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 skitter. Yeah, and you're going to say attack the bad guys, right?
Yep.
Attack the big ugly eggs.
So if you're blinded, do you
5,
get
10, 15, 20,
disadvantage on
25,
attacks?
30.
On what?
So
5,
if they're blinded,
10,
can
15,
the
20,
do the attacks have
25, 30.
advantage on them? Makes sense to
No.
me.
Only, I don't know.
Yeah. They also have Fairy Fire on them still, so.
Where's
That's true. So they would have the advantage.
Yeah.
Blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against creatures have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But, Strider, only 2 of the spiders could get in attack position.
Okay. All right. No worries.
They can't go through.
I'm okay. It's all right. Okay. So pairs because we're doing advantage. Right.
All right.
They all suck.
The problem with that, how you did it, was which 2 are the pairs?
No, fair point.
the 2 black and the 2 other? That's what I was thinking, but I don't know which way we're doing it.
So you announce that ahead of time.
Right.
I know that, and you can still roll them all at once. You
Right.
just say what the pairs are.
All right. This is one pair. We'll just do them individually. We'll play it straight. That was awful. Terrible. 1 and 4. That's not going to do anything.
All right.
You're out. Oh, easy does it. +3. So the highest there was a 12. That
Nope.
wasn't hit.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, well they're still getting their legs under them, I guess. Okay, so that was both of them, and then for myself, I'll move forward. I'll get in front of Gloin, so I'm clear position to command my spiders. Like they're gonna do much at this point.
Yeah.
And
The spiders might be holding them off as you retreat.
Well, something. It was a thought.
Yeah.
I didn't expect. I was kind of gunning for the. We hadn't previously established about the type of spider thing. That threw me off a little bit. But anyway, okay. So then let's go with, for me. I can't do that.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a giant version of a common spider. I think is the
And that's
intention of the spell.
Sure.
Well, that's another assignment. Look it up. So we
yeah.
watch a video, look it up, whatever you need
I
to do.
think last time you were like, well, are there spiders around? Meaning of like, like a spider in the environment. And you're just like, hey, you're now giant.
Yeah. And then there's, when you say something is a giant, there's effects on their attacks and strength and stuff.
Okay. So then we're going to go with a. I have that. Yes. And then I will cast a second level because I'm getting lean on spaces. Thunder Wave. Thunderous Force. 15-foot cube.
So you'll hit these two for sure.
Yep. Constitution saving throw, failing throw.
These are +4. 19 and a 7.
Okay, so the 19 passes, but the 7 does not.
All right. And how much damage?
2d8. Oh, nice. 16. Two
Nice.
8s.
All right.
And they're pushed 10 feet away.
Ooh.
No.
Well, from me. So there's 5 feet from me already. So maybe they
10
only-
feet away from you or 10 feet from where they're standing?
Wait. Are you casting Thunderwave?
I
You have to
am.
be in
Doesn't that
contact.
originate from yourself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well then where are you?
You're hitting all of us then.
You don't want to cast Thunderwave.
All right. Cube. Fine. No, you're right. I don't want to hurt the team.
Well, I
Not-
mean,
not the goal. Not
You,
the goal.
you started here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We could put you here.
They pushes it into us.
Yeah, no.
No? You don't want to be there?
Why not?
I think that's a good idea.
I'll ignore these rocks for you and we'll just say you can climb over them. I'm kidding. Go on.
No. Well, that puts me at a disadvantage here.
Ruckus, you'd be up next.
Man, what the heck? All right, then we'll go with something else then. For crying out loud.
be swell if you do like 30 points.
Yeah. Not even on my best day. I'm the
Oh, you got those spiders out. That helps.
98-pound weakling compared to the rest of the crew, but you know, you wouldn't have gotten the hard breaker off the bottom if I hadn't had bone with the earth. That's what I'm hanging on to. Okay, then we will go with erupting earth.
Okay.
20-foot cube centered on that point. We can center it so it's off my
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Fountain of churned earth and stone erupts. Each creature in the area must make a dex saving throw.
16 was the best one.
Okay, that one passes.
The one at the top passes.
Okay. Takes that on a fail or half as much. Okay, so at least get something. 6 and 9 is 15. So 20 or 10.
20 or 10 points of damage?
Yeah, 20 on the full,
All right.
10 on the whatever. And additionally, the ground in the area has now become difficult terrain.
Okay. Now to do that, you had to hit at least one of the spiders.
Okay.
Did we notice a particular type of damage working better on these guys?
Yeah.
Like
Magical.
Magical.
Well, not even
Not
magic.
just magical, but yeah, like
Anything magic that's not
Light.
piercing, bludgeoning,
Okay.
slashing.
so like non-physical.
Fires.
Yeah.
Fire should be okay.
Fire,
right.
cold.
And so then,
Lightning,
what did I say?
Lightning.
So,
necrotic. Yeah.
I got to roll for the spider, right? I got to do a save for the spider.
Yeah.
Dex save for the spider. Okay, hang on.
Ruckus, go ahead and figure out your attacks.
Whew. Okay. He passed.
Okay. And we have advantaged.
Okay, so he passed, so he took half. So he's still up, but he is in sad shape. I heard
Right.
my own guy. Bummer.
So I'm going to assume, Ruckus, you step into the space where the book is floating.
Which is okay. He can do that.
Okay. Yep. And
Just don't get in front of the beam.
we're really trying to like concentrate on one of them
this,
and get a kill here.
This
right?
one right here. Yeah.
Okay. So, and if I'm doing a ranged attack, I got advantage to hit him.
Yes.
Not from this distance.
You're right up against him.
You'd have disadvantage from there, so you would negate that disadvantage.
Well, then I wouldn't step up that close
Yep, agreed.
because I want to throw something at him.
Okay.
Are you done?
Well, I'm only thinking about the we moved the spiders up, but neither of them got to an attack.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, so okay, go ahead.
I thought you did attack.
Did I?
Wasn't that the first thing you did?
Isn't that the
No, he
whole
moved him, but I don't think
roll
he
sets
did.
of dice discussion?
Oh, that's right. You're right. Never
Yeah.
mind. Thank
Okay.
you. Forgot already.
Yeah,
It's
they're
been a
gonna
while.
do minimal damage anyway.
I
Let's
know.
see what Ruckus does.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay.
You're gonna throw something at him.
Yes. Scorching Ray,
There you go.
4th level. So
Might even be able to get the one.
means I get
behind
four rays of fire.
Yep.
And so I throw each one with
Yep.
advantage.
With
right?
advantage.
Okay. So first one, is a what are these?
We're looking
These are
for
plus
8.
10. 19.
Yep. We're looking for 18s.
Nat 20 on that one.
Okay.
So there's a crit in there.
Yeah.
Third one also got a 19.
Okay. Three hits. And 2 hits and a crit.
Yep. If he falls down, I'll throw the fourth one at the other guy, but whatever. That one's only a 16. So that one
16
my
misses.
last one missed. Okay. So
So
2 regular hits and a crit
yeah. So what's your base damage?
is 2d6.
It's 12. Now roll all the other damage together if you can.
Well, that
Okay.
wouldn't that kill him?
No.
Hopefully.
Whoa,
Because I thought you were looking for 30 and he did 20 of that.
12, 48. Yeah, you're gonna kill him. Why don't you just describe how you do it?
Okay, so
With all the damage he's gonna do, he's gonna kill
yeah,
him.
so this is Scorching Ray fire damage, and he's not far away, so it's just
Yeah, yeah. And as you do this, you can see the fleshy
So-
part just starts to burn away.
I
and
think
he's-
I would just keep aiming for that same spot,
So-
just going deeper, deeper,
and it's
deeper.
almost like when you pop a pus bag as this gaseous air starts to flow from it, and it kind of deflates into a fleshy pile of muck and mess. But I mean, the other one looks at it and looks at you, and it looks determined to get you. And we'll go to Gloin. You'd be the last person if you want to turn before we. If I do you, then we're at the top of the order for next time we meet.
Okay. I'm going to do my 6th level fireball. I'm going to center it so the edge of it's just going to catch this guy, and the rest of it's going to go out in the pond. If their heads are above water,
Yeah. Well. Okay.
All we have to do at this point is run away. If you don't want to use the spell slot,
Yeah.
just
Do what you want.
do it.
do
Do
it.
it. It's your turn. You do
We-
what you
we've
want.
done a
But
lot
just,
of fun
just letting
stuff
you know,
here.
yeah.
20-foot radius.
yes.
So 40 foot
It's a
diameter.
dex 17 save for all of them. Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius. Oh yeah, I couldn't get all of them.
20-foot radius.
And
Okay.
the spiders, but
That's all right. The
Hold on. Let me see.
those
Is it-
spiders are already all.
Does it get the spider? Not quite. If I can.
Okay.
Yeah, just not quite.
Thanks, DM.
Yeah, it's a matter of how you put the fireball. What'd you get?
36.
36. All right. And what's the dex save?
17.
All right, only one save, so 36 points damage on each of them.
Okay.
But they all seem to still be up.
Even the one that's been taking damage.
Well, the biggest one that had damage
Died.
already died.
Right.
The other one, it's not looking so good. It's over half.
So we are on our way. They're just going to come after us.
Run away!
They gotta find us.
I'll cover our retreat!
I'm also immune to poison, so
We can't kill. That's 1,000 points of damage right there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We can't do it.
unloaded a barrel
I'm
and
running-
killed one.
200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. That's 1,200 points of damage. Plus the guy that's almost dead. Just saying.
And you have one more of the 4 you still need to find and kill.
And a green dragon and a master.
Right.
Oh,
We're gonna sleep before that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck. I am looking forward to that.
What, taking a sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a lamp, right?
Yeah, you've got a
And
lamp.
a lot of fog.
And a hut.
I'm looking forward to it.
We got a hut too.
Yes, you do. We'll see how good they do.
What'd you use to glue those in, the magnets?
Um,
Some kind of epoxy?
no, I think I think I had some, either like Gorilla Glue, like,
Okay.
Yeah, super glue would
yeah.
be fine. You
I
could
just
use.
worried they'd pull out. When they...
Well, and
Should-
Is
the one on the
Olaf
lid
in
did.
contact with that guy?
I had to wedge that one
He's
back.
I'd say probably.
Epoxy would
They were
work
catty
well.
corner.
Yeah.
He just has to use his disengage.
Getting into woodworking projects.
Yeah,
and doing
he's
some
probably
Christmas gifts.
Nice.
So that's, I'm thinking of a dice box.
You at one time had talked about getting your own subscription,
To what?
D&D Beyond.
Yeah. We should, yeah. Are my boys still putting a bunch of characters?
I can't really tell until I get a call from one of them
Kyle
saying,
saying, "Oh,
"Yeah,
you
I need the password. Can you give me the code?" They just sent you a text.
Okay, yeah, that'd be good.
Just an
Merry
idea.
Christmas.
Yeah,
All right.
that would be good. Bryce has kept up with his Wednesday night game,
Yeah.
so
Max has the Ferris Bueller conundrum. Do I start saving for a car, or do I get a nice computer?
Or do I steal my friend's father's Ferrari?
yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's not go there.
So Christian, how long were you in that parking deck trying to leave?
Can you believe it? Max got straight first semester.
We walked through there and it was
Nice.
It was jammed.
I
But
could
honestly.
I
was-
mean, I'm blown away.
short answer is I don't remember exactly. I think we got out.
Went to
in less
parent
than
teacher
an hour.
conferences. Every teacher was like,
It was
"He's
like-
amazing."
That's
I think we were probably,
fantastic.
like,
That's
in the
so good.
30.
Crap, I didn't really finish that right.
It was definitely less than. I feel like it was.
Oh,
definitely
another
less
thing.
than an hour.
okay.
How about
And then
that
once-
ending
and
for
then once we
Andor?
got out, it was like, okay, we were just retracing our route.
Yeah. You got remember it.
She's like, well,
Remember it.
she remembered how we came in, and so she said,
Maeve
Ooh, he-
dies, or not Maeve.
Yeah. Oh, the revolt in the streets,
once we got,
and
out,
that they took
out,
2 episodes to resolve all that, right? I get at the
It was
very
a
end.
long episode.
He turns himself into the other rebel
Yeah,
guy.
he says, "Kill me."
Kill me. If you want to kill me, kill me.
But I'm here, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So yeah, I look forward to the next season. It's
2 years from now.
it's too bad I get mixed reviews on that show.
Really?
No, everyone
I thought it started out shit.
everyone I talk to loves it,
Yeah.
but the viewership hasn't been great
Because he's not a.
because there's no lightsabers and
Yeah, I think that's part of it. But I don't think he's a main character either. Star Wars isn't as big to this new.
there's no
generation.
Jedi's. There's no they don't have. They're missing some of that cool and so that demographic of 8 to 15-year-old that wants the lightsaber is asleep. And they don't get the political drama intrigue
Yeah, for sure.
suspense of that.
Yep. No, I have 100%.
So, but that's money in their pocket. What toy are they gonna sell from this series?
Yeah.
And then when we were leaving, I saw the parking deck where you guys parked.
And Disney's really turning me
I didn't.
off with this
Everyone's
whole.
I hope. I've never done this before.
It's
I
like all the way down to
accidentally I closed YouTube by just clicking off on the tab
And it kept it like that.
instead of
We sat in
instead
our-
of closing it
in
down
our
correctly.
parking space for probably.
So I don't know how that's going to affect
I mean,
things.
maybe it was. Maybe it was closer. We sat for 30 some, but then once we.
So
got
usually
out,
you
then it
slow
was-
down for the end of
once
the
we got
year.
out of our parking space.
You got Fridays off.
Then the migration.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm going to Charlotte tomorrow, but I'll be back on Sunday. And then, is this my last week of
You
work?
guys all kind of like take off for the last 2 weeks of.
Yeah, I am definitely. I'm off the week leading up to Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm
me
taking
too.
a half day tomorrow, next Friday off, and then half day Thursday, full day Friday, and then the last 2 weeks off.
I was thinking maybe we could squeeze a magic night in.
Oh yeah, we should. Oh
We
yeah,
haven't done
Leonard's
that
already
forever,
left.
yeah.
But yeah. So here's Christmas. Here's Christmas.
Yeah.
Is that one yours, Christian?
I'm off this entire week.
Yes, thank you.
I'm off both these weeks,
Oh, wow.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm off tomorrow, and I have another half day to use in these 2 weeks. So I'll probably take a half day one of these 2 days.
I'm supposed to be off.
So as far as we know,
We're playing
8th.
8th, 15th, and probably the 22nd.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
Okay.
Unless people start falling off.
I just we haven't decided yet.
Going out of
Christmas
town or
when we're going.
Yeah.
So that 22 I'd say would be a maybe right now. But
Yeah. 29th is unlikely. 22 is a maybe.
If I had a cabin in Michigan or Wisconsin, I'd be up there for Christmas. Just gone.
Go ahead if you
Gone.
want.
It's probably cold as hell, heck, but-
Yeah, it's the same temperature inside as outside when you get there.
So it is when that door is open.
Forward. And, but yeah, you can.
Oh,
You better
that's-
bring your own water.
Well, yeah, you gotta